the puppy from her and took off. The man who was selling the dog became irate, pulled out a gun, and fired into her vehicle. Luckily, no one was hit. The suspect then snatched the woman's purse and took off in a white Nissan Altima. Anyone with information is asked to contact Atlanta police. New today, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says her agency is doing what it can to mitigate the New World screwworm in the U.S. as cases have been increasing in Mexico. And during a Senate hearing today, Rollins confirmed that a case was detected in a cow in Texas.
We're going to need $1 billion to launch a new facility, to break ground, to really invest on the other side of the border to slow down.
Rollins says that they are surging resources to the area to respond. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton is expected to plead guilty to federal charges for mishandling classified information. Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas with new details.
The source that I spoke to said that this involves Bolton allegedly storing classified information, national security information in diaries, not that he took actual documents from government offices and retained them.
A plea hearing is set for later this month. WSB News about your money. The average long-term U.S. mortgage rate eased this week from its highest level in 9 months. Welcome relief for prospective home buyers. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac said today that the benchmark 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rate fell to 6.48% from 6.53% last week. And Fur Kids Animal Rescue opens a new shelter today.
It allows us to accommodate 135 dogs on our campus.
CEO Samantha Shelton says the organization is trying to increase the number of dogs they can take in. And there are several features in this new shelter.
Each dog does have their own room, so they're not in cages anymore.
And there's a lot of outdoor space and direct access to the Big Creek Greenway for walks with volunteers. Fur Kids plans to open a medical center in July. It's 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes, but first it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is watching the roads in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Jonathan, new trouble south side perimeter. I'm looking for this crash. I believe it's impacting at least a left lane, 285 eastbound, the outer loop between Boulder Crest and Flat Shoals. Brake lights filling in behind that. Finally, some good news, north side perimeter. All that earlier construction on 285 west near I-75 in Cobb, that has cleared, but still slow back at Georgia 400. I don't think it's going to get tons better because the afternoon commute will be starting. And we got extra pressure on the ride in the Midtown as a result. 400 southbound slows at Lenox. 85 at North Druid Hills. That'll stay with you down to North Avenue. And northbound on the brakes, 75, 85 north of Langford Parkway up to Freedom Parkway. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies with a few clouds dotting the sky today. High 81. Low humidity levels for this evening. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High 85. Becoming more muggy by Saturday. Partly cloudy. High 86.
80 degrees in Alpharetta, 80 in Griffin, and 81 in Midtown. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. But I'm not alone. I have my friends. Sometimes you might see us. We roam the city between midnight and 6 a.m. as vigilantes and do-gooders. We call ourselves the Doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here, and Jared Yamamoto is here. Sorry, Jared, that my there's something going wrong with my connection for the camera. But hey, listen, we have the radio connection for now, and I'll get it worked out. It's always good to start the show with a little a little inside baseball.
I like that you're letting the listeners into what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and remember, we have at least 12 to 15 listeners a day who actually watch us on the video, and I don't want 12 people out there amongst the hundreds of thousands listening. That's how much I care. I don't want 12 of them to go, well, what's going on here?
Well, there are a lot of them that love when you're in that basement. They start to envision things.
Oh yeah, do they like? I don't make the mistake that so many people do when they're on. Whatever, a YouTube or, a show like this, whatever. You don't see my bed behind me. That always freaks me out.
We don't see anything right now.
Well, I know, but I'm saying even when you do, you don't see a bed behind me. And that just freaks, it doesn't freak me out, but whenever I'm watching something and then we're going to bring in the financial expert from blah, blah, blah. and and they're like their beds behind them. Now sometimes they're on the road, right? They're in a hotel room or something, but there'll be a bed behind them. And I'm sorry, I just have a dirty mind, and the only thing. If you were in a hotel and I'm looking at, okay, what was happening on that bed a few hours ago? If you're in your own, like if you do a show in your own bedroom, well, then definitely things are happening on that bed, alone and with others. And I have just a very, very dirty mind, and it just kind of ruins. Like the person could be giving the best financial advice ever, and all I'm thinking is, all right, the last second before the camera went on, you were fixing that bed.
Make it up.
Yeah, just trying to cover up whatever nonsense and craziness went down. But during the pandemic, a few people got caught, just like being humans. And you don't want to do that when you're on camera. You don't want to be caught being natural on camera.
Humans.
Yeah, it's almost always. Remember that
You want
one
to be a clean old man.
Yes, I do. And what about you remember the lady in the pandemic? It happened about 1 or 2 months into the pandemic, where she showed up on some kind of like big show, like European news show, and she was like a UN expert or something, and there was just a giant dildo behind her on the shelving. And so I think it's very, very important to be as neutral as possible when you're on video and you're not like at the radio station. But I don't know. It's just having trouble connecting. For those 12 people, we will take care of you. This will work, and we are going to satisfy the hundreds of thousands who are not watching us on video. And you know how good we are? We're going to end up satisfying the other 12 as well.
Ooh, I love
because
that. It's a lot
everyone
of pressure.
Because I can't see anybody in the studio as well. Is English Nick in there yet?
Yeah, I am, but I didn't want to speak until you introduced me.
Well, that's fine.
I know how you feel about that.
Yeah, well, you see how we go there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to introduce you till I knew you were there.
I'm
see,
here.
We were kind of
I'm here.
It was kind of well, it's nice. This is Toodle Pip Day, and English Nick is with us. I want to start with this ridiculous story, and I don't even know why. Sometimes I don't know why Jared Yamamoto even sends me stories. I think I do know why. He knows what will annoy the hell out of me. Annoyance isn't the right word, but so
I'm pushing your buttons.
You're pushing, but it's the fun way. Like you're not pushing my buttons with an open micer from a MAGA guy who's like 100 years old. What's the matter with you, libtard? Sometimes you'll push my buttons with those, but this is you pushing my fun button. My fun/annoying button.
On the bed?
Jared,
The
stop.
thing that happens on the bed?
You really want to call it a button?
Yeah. That's it. Yes.
Get back under the sheets, Eric.
Your
Please.
nub.
Maybe stick.
Your love
Okay,
nub.
I let it out.
Shifter.
Every once in a while. Every once in a while. Hey,
Log.
Jared and I have worked together for a very long time. He is allowed to hit my fun button.
How do you think I got the job?
Listen, by overdoing it.
I like to
The
call
damn
it
thing was jammed.
your bun futton, personally.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, just
listen.
release some bun futton.
Woo, I
I
like
did say
that.
futton.
Careful.
No, you did. Yeah. Hey, listen, you should call your podcast that. All right, so here's the story from Secret Atlanta, who owe us money. I feel like Jared throws so many stories. Do they get more?
Jared's getting paid. That's what it is. He's getting paid.
There's something. Yeah, Secret Atlanta. Just go there and click the microphone and put in Jared. So here's the headline. Georgia's first meadery. Everyone know what that is?
A meadery?
Place to get meat.
A
Yeah.
meadery is
It's where you can buy meters.
Yeah.
Water
Hot takes
meter?
a house
It's
meter.
Gas
actually where
meter?
they-
You got
it's
smart
where they-
meters?
It's the cop city of meter maids. It's where meter maids go to get training
Okay.
at the meadery. Meadery is mead, obviously. Which was that before beer? I don't know.
It was before beer,
Yeah,
yes.
it's honey
Okay.
wine.
Huh?
Honey wine.
Anyway,
Okay. Well, it's Georgia's first meadery is hosting a one-day only, thank God, mini Renaissance festival. It says here. So here's the thing. So when I see that, Georgia's first meadery is hosting a one-day only mini Renaissance festival, I think to myself, well, if you want to go hang out with the most insufferable, however you want to say it, people in the world, go to Georgia's first meadery and their one-day only mini Renaissance festival.
Come on, Eric. You'll have at Monk's.
Are they not? Look, come on. Are they not? Are they not the most insufferable people in the world?
You'll have knights fighting. You'll have live reptiles, pirates, Autumnal's pirates.
Cockfights, I'm sure.
Anybody with the plague?
Yeah. So, of course, there'll be a little bit of the plague going around. What is it? First of all, I want somebody to tell me that I'm wrong. That along with Civil War reenactors, that these Renaissance Festival people are not the most insufferable people in the world.
I gotta say, I've spent a few years doing the pirate pub crawl at the Georgia Renaissance Festival for the radio station, and those pirates are jolly folk. I gotta say, I like them.
I know that. Well, you're English, Nick. You always see the glasses half full. Whereas where I come in, I'm glass half empty guy. I don't understand why people would even want to dress up like
they love it.
They're living in some of the worst times. Who the hell would want to be alive then?
Oh, I haven't
If you don't live
showered
in a
in
castle.
2 months.
Well, it's ironic, right? Because it's a release from today's times.
I know, but back then, if you didn't live in a castle, you had a horrible life.
Yeah.
And if you lived in a castle, you had a pretty bad life. These were not good times to be alive. I don't know why people want to go and reenact and pretend. Maybe I was never like, when I was a kid, knights and stuff like that just never did it for me. Maybe if you get if you read a story when you're 6 or 7, and it's around knights and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't read those. I didn't even read the Knights of the Round Table stuff until about 6 years ago. So I as a kid, I guess I never saw a movie that made me think, oh, wow, that was the coolest thing. I wish I was there. It just seemed like very dirty. They were dirty people, weren't they, Tim Andrews? You know a little bit about this. They were dirty,
very
filthy
people with rotten yellow teeth. And their fingernails were never clean, and neither were their groin areas.
Ne'er-do-wells, I believe you call them.
Yes.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Yes.
Stink-do-wells.
I know Autumn disagrees with me because she gets into it. She and Jared would. I can see Autumn getting into a Renaissance type of thing. Have you ever done that? Or
No, it's too inauthentic. Like it feels, which is wrong, I think, because the people that are really into the Renaissance fair are very much authentically doing the thing that they love.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels like, well, I guess it feels performative.
Well, there it is. Or what I would put it as, it is performative. Anytime you put on a costume and you're kind of walking around.
I'm saying things that are obvious, but it's the way that they feel is weird.
No, but I think it's. I'll take your performative and moderate it a little bit, and say I think it just seems like they're trying too hard. Like it's just for me. It's just
They're
like
tryhards.
I know Greg Russ told me that when he was in 7th grade or something, they went to the Renaissance Festival, and so he was buying a turkey leg or something. And a plane flew over. And so the cast member that was making the turkey thing, he looked up and he goes, "Damn dragons." To me, that's a little
cute.
I like that.
Is it cute or is it trying too
If they're
hard?
little kids, maybe, but
Yeah,
not for
since
adults.
they're kids, it's fine. But when
that's
it's other adults, like at the turkey leg stand, and that guy's doing it for me, I'd be like, okay. Like we understand what's going on here, right? Like
But this is, we understand this is not real, right?
right. You don't have to do this for me. I'm in the world like you. You can do this for the kids. That's fine.
Sure.
I think
maybe
people
their method.
People get lost in it, though. I think it's okay for them
And I can
to
appreciate that for sure.
carry along
It's just,
with it,
if for some reason it makes me feel weird.
And you talk about the kids, my guess is meatery, you got to be 21, right?
Yes, that's
Well,
correct.
hey, if we're in the medieval times, I
No.
mean, that was food.
Not if you're
So-
cleaning up, tanning up.
It was like cider. They would drink cider for breakfast.
I'm just talking about. No, I'm just saying that there aren't going to be any kids at this one-day mini Renaissance festival. This is just going to be all crazy adults getting drunk, and they must. It's like that. I hear about. I've never been to Dragon Con, but I hear.
Oh, you've been
that,
missing out. Dragon Con is a blast.
Yeah.
So it's a day full of all these
It's
people in costumes.
It's almost a week full.
Yes.
Yeah, a week full of. I'm just talking about like you as a person. Like you got a full day where you're outside and it's 85 degrees and you're in a parade and you're dressed as a stormtrooper or something and you got some kind of regalia on. And then, the more clothing that you put on when it's 90 degrees outside, and then you add time, it becomes sweat, which becomes smell.
Yeah, I mean,
think of
those
these people-
those parties do get a little bit stinky at night because the parties don't start up till about 9:30 or 10 at night.
But I heard it turns into like Orgyville after midnight.
It can. I mean, it gets wild because a lot of these people don't usually drink like that, and then they get wild because the parties
Jared,
go.
I think you're very misunderstood. I think you're mistaken there.
Well, the parties go from 10 until 2, and then oftentimes you'll get invited to a hotel room, because it's all part of these 4 hotels, and then the party keeps on going from there, and then it gets really weird.
And then the next thing you know,
let's get weird.
give me 15 minutes to remove my bustier.
Also,
I'll be out, and we're gonna have a blast.
Let me unsheath my lightsaber.
some of those late night parties aren't about drinking at all. There's other kinds of inebriants involved.
For sure.
And by the way, if there's any kind of nonsense like that around the Renaissance Festival like that, I will just step in and say, all right, people didn't have these ecstasy didn't exist at this time period. All right, you got to go. If you're going to go all the way, then you can only ingest drugs that you could have had in whatever years we're talking.
Probably
about
mushrooms are the most popular thing back then.
Well, that's true. That's true. You just got to stay away from the chemicals, though, because they hadn't had any labs to put together good drugs yet.
Well, you'll be happy that this meadery is only going to be hosting this event from 4 until 10 p.m. So it has a late or early bedtime.
Even they're afraid of these people.
Yeah. All right, you losers, get out.
Yeah. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Get the hell out. Go back to your wherever it is. Now, I know people are listening to this and somebody's really into it. And I can't believe Eric's being so mean. Hey, you do you.
Man.
I believe that. But while you do you, I do me. And me doing me is making fun of you doing you. So everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Don't yuck me yum.
So you wouldn't be willing to try?
What's that?
You wouldn't be willing to try the Dragon's Nectar mead? That's going to be...
No, because it's not. It's not. But why do we need mead? Why do we need mead now? Why is this a thing?
Well, you don't need it. It's for the people that are like immersing themselves and want to have
But
what
I mean, this
people were
place-
having back then.
I've never even tried it.
I feel the need
I've
for
had
mead.
Hey, you should get on their PR campaign there. But this meadery, I haven't even said which one it is because I haven't looked down.
It's Monk's Meadery over in Inman Park.
Okay. So,
because monks made beer.
I get it, but
Yeah.
you're so into the Renaissance Festival. These people have a business model where they can be open every day with mead. I don't know.
That's
Do
right.
they have beer as well? I don't know. Maybe they do.
They do have other options,
haven't
but
they?
mead is their primary seller.
Stop by and get a bowl of gruel.
Bowl of brown.
What does mead taste like? I don't even.
It's sweet wine. Really
sweet
wine. Yeah.
Okay. Another thing that this was yesterday, you gave. You're really getting excited.
Oh no.
Good look for downtown. It says this is this is Jared's editorial on this. The Looking Glass, a new Alice in Wonderland inspired social dining and entertainment destination, is the newest addition to the center in Atlanta. It's going to be 38,000 square feet of elevated hospitality. It's elevated hospitality, immersive play, culinary exploration. Is that like they did in that Mickey Rourke movie?
9.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's culinary.
baby.
Open the fridge and go to town.
Yeah. Leave it open.
Let me tell you, my wife really got into that movie, and we were young at the time it came out in the early 90s. And
late
she
80s.
made it. Whatever. We got together in 87. We've been together 39 years. So, we were young people, and she was really into it, and she decided she was going to introduce this kind of nonsense into the... And which is I was young and open-minded and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. She involves syrup. Who the hell wants to deal with that after it's over? I think it took me 3 days.
Yeah.
It took me 3 days to not have syrup somewhere.
Sticky skin.
Yeah. So, sometimes when you see something it looks clean on a movie because, with a movie, they have editing and you don't smell what's going on.
It's the
on
movies.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
movies.
it doesn't feel as sexy when you're cutting open an industrial garbage bag to put on the bed first
Yeah.
to protect the mattress and the sheets.
All right,
Hold on,
baby.
baby. Let me get the splash pad down.
Well, if you're really prepared, those waterproof mattress covers aren't that expensive these days,
Oh, see, English
Don't
Nick
I
is
know
like
it, Nick?
he's got.
I know.
Yeah, but yours is because of your age. Come on, don't bring us down. We're talking sex here.
And a sweat.
Sometimes I sneeze in my sleep.
I like this English Nick, although he's. They do have the Boy Scouts, I think, in England. I don't think
They
you
do,
were a
yeah. Boy
Scout, but
Scouts, and the
Keith Richard was a Boy Scout.
Keith, yes.
Scouts, mate.
Scouts and Cubs. The younger ones are Cubs. The older
Yeah,
ones
that's
are
same
Scouts.
thing here. Same thing here. But the motto is be prepared, and that's what it sounds like you are saying when it comes to your mattress.
Well,
just if you just always have a plastic sheet.
You got to
underneath
stay
there.
ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's right,
There
and then
you
maybe
go.
it only
Guys.
happens every once in a while.
Once
that
in a while.
the lady decides to introduce culinary adventure or however the exploration.
I got mayonnaise.
Food.
It's like, let's see what we got. I got relish.
Horseradish.
I got an old avocado that's a day old
yeah.
that's now turned color.
Yeah, it's a little
you
brown.
know what? You know what,
Still could
honey?
work.
Just throw it all into the blender and just pour it over me.
Low-fat Cool Whip.
I have some canned beets that have been in the cupboard for 7 years.
Yeah, they're good.
Really spices things up.
Yeah, in the middle of the act, you got one of those old can openers. You're like, trying to open the can of
I have an old can of peaches.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. And large scale social gathering. It says here. Now, is this a pop up or
It
this,
is
no?
not
No,
a
it's going to be at what used to be the CNN Center.
That's correct. And what's unique about this one compared to all the other stories we've been getting about the World Cup is that the construction for this actually starts after the World Cup. So it'll open up in 2027.
Yeah, I was going to say, the average soccer fan's not interested in that.
Alice in
They just
Wonderland
want,
experience? Come on.
They want a good bar with
Want a
TV
Carlsberg.
screens.
Now get out of my way.
I'm not a big fan of theme restaurants, as you can tell. I'm not a big fan of a lot today, apparently. But when I was reading this Secret Atlanta, sometimes you get to a paragraph, you get to a sentence or something, and it's just my brain goes, eh. And this whole thing is created by Amp Up One Hospitality. Oh. The Atlanta-based team behind the award-winning Your Third Spot.
Which is great. That place is awesome. It's like a Dave & Buster's.
But here's the thing. Yeah, but does it make money?
I think it does. There's the one I've been to over on the west side. It's always popping. It
just doesn't say here that they're successful. This is my point here is if you're trying to tell me that maybe I should go to this restaurant because the people behind it have done this in other places with other themes, and it's always successful, and the food is great, and people love it. But we live in a society where I'm supposed to be impressed because they won an award. They don't even tell me what award it is. I have who it came from, and that's that's the way my brain works. Is I just I identify like it's just a small thread of BS, and then I just like, well, why would you talk about an award, not tell me what the award is? Why wouldn't you say, hey, these are the people, everybody loves the food over at Your Third Spot. Maybe it's a great place. Do we need is this a Dave & Buster's for millennials and aging Gen Zers?
In a way, yes. There is
Go
some
to work, people. Stop playing like your children.
You can do like those kind of, it's not like those, what are those trap rooms? What are they called? Where they, escape rooms. It has that kind of aspect to it too. But it's different. It is different. That's why Your Third Spot stands out compared to the other ones.
So this one's like an escape mirror. You got to get back out of the mirror somehow.
Yes, exactly.
You have to order and consume 10 beers before we'll let you out.
I don't get this. I don't get this concept. Like, I know Alice in Wonderland and those books are great and they're very influential. Who has said I want to eat inside of one of them?
Oh.
Like, I don't. Who has said I want to? I love those pictures of the book. I'd love to have a nice meal in one of them.
Good place for shrooms.
Is there a tea
that'd
party?
be great. Yeah, just being trapped somewhere.
They play that Tom Petty video 24 hours a day.
Don't come around here no more.
More. That's how it sounds on the
That was a groundbreaking
hallucinogens.
video. I will not put up with the mockery. And besides, it's too
Not
soon.
mockery, just
We've lost Tom Petty.
I love Tom Petty.
Tom Petty's the best.
Nobody doesn't like Tom Petty, I feel like.
I hate him.
Drugs
He's
didn't like
never
him.
been good.
Well, no, I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying.
Fentanyl
we're
didn't like
sticking
him.
with
Well, they
music.
didn't.
Music fans. I'm saying any fans of any music. I've never
They
met
didn't.
somebody who says, "Oh, that Tom Petty, I cannot stand that." Which makes me wonder: is he the most popular American hitmaker?
I think at one time he was.
Yeah, I mean, it's because I just thought of that as we were talking. But has anybody ever had a friend who's like, "No, I just can't stand that guy"?
Never
got into him. I like the solo album, but other than that,
Yeah, hey, love Tom Petty, hate the Heartbreakers.
yeah, they're terrible.
Heartbreakers, the worst.
And so I don't want people to think Eric's just raining on everybody's parade or some kind of nonsense like that. I think that you should, if you want to have fun with this stuff. But I will tell you this: I think this place is going to be open for. Well, they probably have some sort of contract. It's probably subsidized to some degree because it has to do. Isn't this city property?
Well, the center, I don't think it's
or
city
county property. Or?
I don't think so anymore. I think that it was owned by CNN. CNN sold it.
Oh, they sold it to like a BlackRock or something.
Yeah,
and they're filling it with people.
And now, like, the issue was that they didn't have a lot of tenants in there yet. There's, I think, 6 restaurants that'll be open just in time for the World Cup. And they needed just something else, some more oomph to put in there.
They need to bring back Sid and Marty Croft at
that'll work.
that
park at the top, or the amusement park at the top of CNN Center.
I think that was gone. I believe that was gone before I moved here.
Oh, it was gone after a couple of months.
Oh, was it? Did that happen in the 70s or 80s?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That was gone. I people tell me stories about the Sid and Marty Croft. What was it? So what was it?
The world's largest escalator.
Hold on now. So you say it was the 70s? Where was it?
It was at the top of the CNN Center, and
but
then
there was no CNN in the
but
70s.
the building was there. So
okay.
Once they moved out, nothing else worked there, and then CNN bought it.
Oh, I got it. All right. Well, there's your history of pop-up and useless themed restaurants in Atlanta. We'll start out with a little history. We'll come back with some Toodle Pip with English Nick.
Chasing rabbits.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Kick off the summer stress-free and sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all of the hassle. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. In a shifting market, selling your home shouldn't add more stress. With over 13,000 5-star reviews, you can trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That is markspain.com and start packing.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team, what makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Ever tried to hide stuff and you end up putting it next to some stuff you tried to hide last year? You might be out of room. That's an easy fix. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and get organized.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 3:30. I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news brought to you by Vincent Financial. Our top local story. The Federal Transit Authority says it's launching an audit of MARTA to determine whether or not there are conditions that endanger transit workers and passengers on the system. Interim MARTA CEO Jonathan Hunt says their focus is on safety.
Violence has no place on our transit system, and the safety of our patrons and employees is our number one priority.
In a statement, the Transit Authority says it welcomes the opportunity to share with federal officials the hard work that the MARTA team puts in every day. DeKalb County Police are investigating after a shooting victim shows up at a local fire station off of Pleasantwood Drive requesting medical attention. DeKalb Police tell us the victim suffered what they call moderate injuries. No other details have been released. As oil and gas prices surge around the world, China has doubled down on its commitment to renewable energy sources like wind and solar. And correspondent Britt Clinette says experts warn it could put America at a disadvantage.
In the United States, businesses are still investing billions in large-scale renewable energy projects, but at least 38 new solar, wind and battery power plants were cancelled in the first part of 2026 in the face of opposition to renewables from the Trump administration, according to the nonpartisan organization E2.
China has more than 18 solar plants across the country and more than a dozen are under construction. Teachers from all over Georgia are learning more about STEM today during STEMapalooza at Cobb County Schools. Dr. Adam Casey says while this event is for teachers, it's aimed at helping students in their future careers.
And we work closely with the CTAE department as well to make sure that we put career opportunities in front of each student so they're getting hands-on experiences that may apply to their future careers.
The event runs through tomorrow, and items that once belonged to the iconic actress Marilyn Monroe generated $2.5 million at auction this week. The auction was held on what would have been her 100th birthday. Among the items for sale were a Christian Dior suit she wore during her honeymoon, a pair of earrings, and a personal letter from playwright Arthur Miller. It's 3:32, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Rough go of it, Southside Perimeter, Jonathan. A crash in two left lanes, 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Boulder Crest Road, exit 51. You're slow back to Moreland Avenue. And heads up near the airport. Just found this heavy police fire department activity. It's on I-85 and northbound, just north of Canton Creek Parkway. They're in the right lane, also impacting that collector distributor ramp that takes you to the airport terminals, Virginia Avenue area. So just be mindful of that as you make your way up through College Park. Downtown, it's all brake lights, 75-85 northbound from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up into Midtown. Southbound delay is already very prominent on 400 starting just south of Lenox Road. Heaviest stuff stays with you as you make your way down past Atlantic Station and Georgia Tech. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies with low humidity today with a high of 81. Lows tonight dropping down to the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine, high around 85. Increasing humidity, so feeling muggy by Saturday. Highs in the mid 80s.
81 degrees in Lithia Springs, 80 in Snellville, and 82 here in Midtown. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Summer is peak hosting season, right? Don't let a grimy house keep you from having company over. It's Chris Chandler, and Wise Guys Pro Wash got my place clean and bright and guest ready in just one day. They handle everything, house and deck, driveway, even my dirty roof, and their soft wash kept everything safe. No paint peel, no damage, just clean. If you got people coming over this summer, be sure Wise Guys Pro Wash comes by first. Mention me, Chris Chandler, for $70 off at wiseguysprowash.com. Book now before they fill up.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation, with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
America is turning the big 250, and at Mr. Plumber, a cool rate company, we're celebrating with a deal worth saluting. If your water heater is starting to show its age, making odd noises or just not keeping up like it used to, now's the perfect time to call Mr. Plumber. For the month of June, save $250 on a new tank-type water heater and enjoy more hot water, more comfort, and more savings. Mr. Plumber is also offering $50 off any weekend appointments. See him on the web at MrPlumberAtlanta.com.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Hi, I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. Are you stuck in a cycle of painting, patching, and replacing your siding every decade? The truth is, you're fighting a losing battle against the Georgia humidity. It's time for a permanent solution. At Southern Exteriors, we use James Hardy siding because it's engineered specifically for our climate. Trust the team your neighbors have trusted since 1999 and save 10% on the last home siding you'll ever need. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
All right. English Nick has been hanging out for a bit.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We enjoy that.
Hey, I forgot to mention this earlier. You talked about us being on the streets from midnight until 6 a.m. as vigilantes.
The doctrinaires?
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like the vigilantes are needed more than ever, to be honest. There's so much craziness going on. Just saying.
Oh, look at this.
You know.
The guy's been an American for less than a year. He's ready
Yeah.
to start. Hey, again.
I've been rewatching the Death Wish movies. I'm ready to go.
Law and order, law and order.
I've only watched one Death Wish movie.
The
streets.
The first one's the only good one, Eric, right?
Is it good? Was it a TV movie or was it a
No,
regular
it was a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw it on TV because we didn't go to the movies.
Jeff Goldblum's first movie.
Yes.
Really?
Is it his first?
Is he one of the punks?
Yeah, he's one of the punks. He's wearing a Jughead hat.
Yeah. But is that...
I think it's his first film.
What year did it come out? Somebody look it up and tell me.
70-something.
Well, I know that.
70-something, mate.
I know it didn't come out in 1782.
1987.
Turns out it's older than mead.
It's older than mead.
yeah.
Actually, I believe that they actually were the first ones to introduce the concept of mead.
Yeah, there was a scene where this mead,
have some mead.
the guy who was making the mead, the thugs and the punks were coming after him.
That's right.
And then Charlie Bronson goes in. He's like, "Give me all your mead, and I'll save you from the punks."
That's right. All right. He was just
He's a
wanting to
big
protect the
meader.
mead
You killed
people.
my family. No, here's some mead.
It was 1974, and it was Jeff Goldblum's first movie.
Yeah, because I was
Hey,
thinking he
I told
was
you.
in Nashville. That was like 76. But you know what, Tim? I just got to hand it to you. Is there anyone else in 2026
That would know that?
Not even know that. That was a great Charles Bronson.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Truly is. All right, let's have a great toodle pip here. What do you got
Okay,
to tell me?
I've got a story from the New York Post. That's nypost.com if you're online. Is there still a paper version? I don't know.
I deserve a...
3i Atlas is releasing methane, scientists discover. Harvard scientist thinks it's further evidence of alien life.
Oh.
All right, is this that guy that Autumn's ex-husband tells us is a complete quack? Isn't he out of Harvard?
A.V. Loeb?
Yes.
Yes, that is.
Yes. Yeah, he's the one. What is it? Maybe this guy's just got his own brand. Does he have a YouTube station channel or something? I mean,
I'm sure he does. I mean, he gets mentioned almost every week. Anything with alien talk, that guy's always
because
involved.
he's at Harvard.
You think he's legit because he, is like a professor at Harvard.
Yeah.
But
and
he's
he must
kind
be.
of just a goofball.
What's his name? I'm going to look him up right
Avi?
now.
Avi Loeb.
Avi?
His sister is, you say, you want to say,
Lisa.
Lisa Loeb.
That's his sister.
Lisa's his sister. She sings about alien life.
What did she do?
Avi.
With God is one of us.
No,
No.
that's
Joan something.
Joan Baez.
Osborne. Joan Osborne.
Joan Osborne Baez.
Joan Osborne. Yes.
I've got the Abraham Avi Loeb, fellow of the American. Blah, blah, blah. He's published popular science books, including Extraterrestrial, the first sign of. How does this guy have a Harvard job?
Because I think he does.
Cosmology and astrophysics. Those are his fields, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And his
I'm
thesis
asking
was
Travis
on
right now.
was on particle acceleration to high energies and amplification of coherent radiation by electromagnetic interactions in plasmas. So the guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Totally.
That was his thesis.
What a loser.
Dope.
Obviously, this guy has no idea about anything. But I think that probably what's happened is he's realized that he can get noticed, and once you get noticed in the society and you get a bit of fame, I think things just kind of open up for you. And who knows if he believes it or not? Maybe he does. Yeah, I'm sure he's been on Rogan. Somebody look up how many times has he been on Joe Rogan? Then we'll know.
He keeps on saying that the tail of this 3-eye Atlas comet is different than a typical comet, and that's where he speculates that it's some kind of spaceship pushing or propelling it in a different direction.
I've read all kinds of things that say no, he's wrong. This could happen. Everything, it's not a spaceship. I told you this.
Travis is so annoying.
Right?
I'm trying to text him. I'm like, can you give me some quick info about Avi Loeb? What you want? I was like, what do you think about him? I was like, he's an astronomer at Harvard. Like,
okay, well, we got it.
Come on.
He is your ex Oldham. He doesn't want to bother.
He's been on Rogan twice, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it says here during an appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, he also claimed that whether an ancient, sophisticated civilization existed on Earth before humanity is a credible question to ask. By the way, I do think it's a credible question to ask, but that doesn't mean it happened.
Yeah,
and so people get confused. I think a lot of times, that's why you get into the situation we have now, where sometimes just asking a question politically or about climate or anything like that, people don't take it as a question; they take it as a statement, and they go, "Oh, you belong in that silo." Like if you ask what you think is a legitimate question about climate or anything like that, nobody just goes, oh, okay, let me show you. It's usually just like, oh,
you're a denier.
Only one of those people would ask that question.
Yeah,
I gotta say, Avi Loeb looks exactly like you think he would look. He's got
I know,
his hair and the glasses, everything.
He's the same exact age as me. I got to say, he's doing better than I am.
He's looking good, isn't he?
He's looking pretty good. Well, yeah, in 2023.
Maybe
you going to reach out to his people and invite him on the show?
No.
When you say his people, you mean the aliens?
Yes.
Yes. Can you reach out to, what is it, 31 Atlas A or whatever?
Send us the Zoom link, please.
Okay, so I said, he said, isn't he the guy? I said, isn't he the guy that said that asteroid is a spaceship? He said, yes. So this is what Travis is saying. So he has made up a bunch of claims that extrasolar objects are alien spacecraft, and it's unhelpful. I said, is he legit? Why does he say these things? Does he believe what he says? How can he remain credible? And he said, these claims are often combated by other works suggesting much less exotic explanations for things.
So I'm right.
The first interstellar objects accelerated as it goes close to the sun.
All right, so here's...
this is the problem, is that
so
actual answers are actually kind of boring.
Yeah, well, no. No, I've gotten something out of it, and it basically, like most things, it backs up my my speculation on it, which is he is a real what do you call himself and what he does? Cosmology, astrophysics. He's real, he's legitimate, and then he has this kind of like side hustle where he gets a brand and he gets a name by saying this is an alien ship or whatever. And then the reason that he's listened to more than somebody in Arkansas who claims to have been abducted and probed is because he's a Harvard professor. He's a Harvard. So it all works out for, everybody's doing their brand thing.
And maybe he still is, but he used to just look at AGN, which is the active galactic nuclei,
that's what I love. Of course.
Inside the black holes that are like spitting stuff out.
Galactic.
They used to look at that.
Come on,
and then he, like you said, he's like developed this side hustle, I guess.
I'll bet you he's richer than your ex-husband.
I'm sure he is.
That's not a shot against your ex-husband. I'll bet you he's richer than anybody in his department in astrophysics at Harvard because he's doing the I'm a brand thing. You know.
Get my hat and merch.
And you're on for 3 hours with Joe Rogan, and then all of a sudden
you get to say this thing is speeding up. Because it's a spaceship.
Joe's going to lap it up, isn't he? He's loving that kind of stuff.
Oh, man, where can I get your hat?
I got to say, man.
He said he tends to put stuff out there before it's peer reviewed. So that's kind of interesting.
I've got enough of him, but I will say this.
Hold on, he also said hi.
Can we have every dry thing your ex-husband has to say about this?
That's what I'm saying. Real science is a little bit boring sometimes.
Maybe that's why we have to make it up to be entertaining.
Yeah. All right, I think what we found out out is that thank you, Avi Loeb, because it
Yes.
turns out real science is a little bit boring, and you're making us believe in spaceships, and that's kind of cool. So thank you.
And maybe some kid gets in because of the spaceships and they get hooked on the real science.
We should stop crucifying this guy.
That's right, for heaven's sakes. He's doing great things. He's doing great
He
things.
started out wanting
for the
him
future
dead.
of science. He's a good man. He's a good father.
Avi.
He's a good man, and I will not sit here on my hands while his good name is tarnished by your ex-husband.
The aliens are pleased.
You know WSB gets you around Atlanta with our triple team traffic.
Now we've got $1,000 to fuel your ride. It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas. Your next chance to win is at 5.
WSB's A Grand for Gas.
From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
Is there anything more miserable than a hot and stuffy house in Georgia? Nobody wants that. It's Scott Slade. Get ready for the hot and humid days of summer. The team at Ragsdale Heating and Air is ready to help. If it's time to replace your air conditioning system, the Ragsdale System Design Specialist can give you a quote today and have it installed as soon as the next day. Not only will you be more comfortable this summer, you'll be confidently comfortable for years to come with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. Zero repair cost till 2041. Everything will still be covered. I know this firsthand. I had a small glitch with my system recently, and after a quick visit by my Ragsdale tech, it was done. No additional charge. For 30 years, Ragsdale's been the name I know you can trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs. You only need to remember one name. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
All right, English Nick. Also for the people who enjoy this show on
Oh,
video.
there he is. There he is.
Hey,
there we are.
It was a dumb thing. I forgot that my VPN was on.
Zip up. Zip
Yeah,
up.
zip up.
Where was your VPN? Where were you? Where did your computer think you were?
Where am I? I gotta look. Where's my VPN? New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, they don't block porn.
Thank you very much. I could have chosen any city in the world just about. And I thought to myself, well, New Hampshire, they're pretty liberal.
VPN, that stands for Visible Porn Network, I believe.
That's exactly
So,
what it is.
yes.
That's exactly what it is.
So.
Okay, so, all right, English Nick, enough of these slings and arrows that you're tossing at your host. How about some Toodle Pip stories?
Slings and arrows? What?
Both slings. Look at me. Do you see this blood right here?
Yeah.
Where's the Toodle Pips?
Actually, I've
Pip
got
those toodles.
a little bit of a blood bubble on my neck, so I cut myself shaving last night.
Oh, not good.
Yeah, Jared Yamamoto dreams of that, but he can't grow facial hair. So.
Look at this, guys. I finally shaved after 3 weeks. 3 weeks, guys, I shaved.
Oh, you are shiny because you're going on your European adventure.
Oh, I'm very excited. Yeah, we leave tonight at 10 o'clock tonight.
You know what I heard? When you get into these European capitals, and if you head over into like the Asia, wherever you're going, wear sneakers. They love to identify Americans. Just whatever you do. That's what I've been told.
I'm sure we're
Best thing
beloved
to do.
around the world, considering our status with everything politically. Now. I'm sure we're beloved now.
People love
Put a Canadian
Americans.
pin on your backpack.
And also, hey, the president, you just walk around knowing that you are from the hottest country in the world.
Oh, it's one of the hottest of all time.
All right, what kind of Toodle Pip stories?
All right, this is from a website called AtlantaBlackStar.com. Atlanta Black Star. Netflix is disgusting. Michael Jackson fans. I love that. Netflix is disgusting.
I'm going to click on that.
Michael Jackson fans explode online as new smear campaign documentary.
All right.
As of course we all know, the Michael movie is about to be $1 billion movie. So
no one
there's
should
the good
investigate.
side and the bad side, in my opinion.
Right, yeah. I mean, so this is like, I guess there's really not a lot of reason to comment on it, right? Fan is short for fanatic, and fanatics, and no one wants to know anything. But I will say this, and every time Michael Jackson comes up, there is no doubt at all the amount of evidence against Woody Allen is you could put in a thimble. I was going to say a thumbnail. It's hard to do. You could take the evidence against Woody Allen, you could put in a thimble compared to the huge gallon drum of evidence against Michael Jackson. Now, here's the thing. Not a lot of people alive today are connected to memories and nostalgia about Woody Allen movies. I am, but most people are not. So people are saying, look, this is too much for me to lose, so I'm not even going to look into that direction. But that old guy from Manhattan that I don't even watch his movies, yeah, he probably did it. That's really what's going on here, because none of us knows whether either of them did, but there's a hell of a lot of evidence and people who are accusing. And it's kind of interesting to me that we live in a time where everyone needs to be heard except people who are saying bad things about Michael Jackson or just bringing stuff up. This is the one where
It's called Michael Jackson, The Verdict. It dropped on the disgusting Netflix last night. Yeah.
It really is, and by the way, if any of these people on that side of the ledger can't understand MAGA, look in the mirror. It's exactly the same thing. You're too invested with this person, and when you get so invested in a person, criticism of them becomes criticism of you. And when someone criticizes you, you've got to stand up for yourself, except in these cases, you're standing up for the other person that you've invested way too much into. It's not very difficult to say Michael Jackson was a otherworldly, I don't even say musician, pop star.
Yeah.
So
talented.
And there's a lot of evidence that, he had this very, very awful side. Doesn't mean that he's guilty. He's not here anymore. He's been dead since when he was 50, he died. So we can't resolve these things. But in your brain, it's okay. You can say, I love his music. And there's some disturbing stuff as well. There's never going to be a court case. You and I are never going to know. I will never know if Woody Allen did the things that people say that he did, and no one will ever know. But you have these people who, I don't know, they look around, they see 11 other people and feel like they're in a jury, and they're like, okay, that one's guilty, that one, you shouldn't even ask any questions.
There's somebody said that Netflix really had to edit footage, remove context, and manipulate scenes just to make Michael Jackson look guilty. How is that even a thing?
Well, first of all, is that a fact that the person that's saying that?
Yeah.
Is that a fact? If that was a fact, then Michael Jackson's estate or someone like that who's they could have we're not going to be able to sell as much merchandise because of this falsehood, then they should sue.
Lawsuit, yeah.
This is how you know. This is how you know. Especially with entities like this, a Michael Jackson estate and Netflix, lawyers would be getting involved. You think that Netflix didn't run this through a battery of lawyers before they put it on? And if the Michael Jackson estate really feels that it's false and it's slanderous, libelous, all of that, then they should sue them. But here's the other thing, and this is why you always know the reality, because when you sue, you have to go through discovery, which means you have to turn over everything and so does the other side. And a lot of times the reason that people don't sue is because they don't want to go through that process. For whatever reasons, there could be some pieces of information that have nothing to do with this, but everything gets exposed. And so if an estate like Michael Jackson's estate, rather than just a bunch of fans who don't want to hear it, if Michael Jackson's estate really thought that this was slanderous, then they would sue because they would have nothing to worry about during discovery. So I think it's really that simple. There's nothing wrong. I say to myself, I love Woody Allen movies, and there are accusations against him. I've looked at those accusations, and the difference being most of it was adjudicated in the 90s. So I've been through this kind of thing as far as I'm a fan of this person who's been accused of these things. But in my mind, if you ask me, Eric, do you think Woody Allen did this stuff? My answer is no. But if you ask me, do you know he didn't do this stuff? My answer would have to be no. And that's the reality of life. If you don't have the answer, it's not incumbent upon you to make one up. You could say, I love his music, and there are disturbing allegations, and we'll never know because he's dead, and we're never going to go back to court. And Woody Allen, this stuff there is no case. It's already been adjudicated in the early 90s. All right, I'd ask you to stick around, English Nick, but I know that you only have so much time for us because you're a very busy man. Yeah. You're a busy man, and it's nice. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you to enjoy Jared Yamamoto's shiny face along with you.
I mean, it's blinding. It's blinding me. It
really. I can see it from here. It's amazing. The lights are shining off his freshly shaved face. Thank you, English Nick. Have a great week.
You too, guys.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for political outsiders, especially somebody that could sell funds.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big, because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, if you got weekend plans, make sure your home is ready for them. I called Wise Guys Pro Wash, and boom, the house, driveway, and patio were spotless. They even cleaned the roof. I didn't even have to be home. They are truly professionals using the top equipment in the industry, and their soft washing kept my home safe and damage-free, and the results, incredible. Wise Guys has more than 2,000 five-star reviews, and I know why now. So mention me, Chris Chandler, for $70 off your next service. Book today at wiseguysprowash.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news brought to you by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story. The federal government launches an investigation into MARTA's safety plan on the heels of 2 recent attacks on MARTA property.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says every American should be disturbed by the horrific crime scene on MARTA in the last month. Now, he's referencing the stabbing death of a great-grandmother and another stabbing that injured a man. The Federal Transit Authority says it's initiating an audit to determine whether or not there are conditions that endanger transit workers and passengers on the MARTA system. The probe will review the transit agency's security spending and safety protocols. MARTA says it's cooperating with federal officials, saying the safety and security of its customers and workers is its #1 priority. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. Sunshine and a few clouds today. Lows in the 50s tonight. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A woman wanted on murder charges here in Atlanta is arrested in Clay County, North Carolina. Investigators with the U.S. Marshals Service arrested Nicole Marie Filippi this week. She's awaiting extradition back to Georgia to face a second-degree murder charge in connection with the death of a 4-year-old child. With Americans already paying record prices for beef, a recent arrival to the United States threatens to push the prices even higher. Screwworm has been detected in South Texas.
The mere threat of a screwworm infestation has prompted a ban on imports of live cattle from Mexico, sending the average price for a pound of ground beef to nearly $7. And while infected animals can be effectively treated, the arrival of the pest on a South Texas ranch has grocery stores and butcher shops bracing for new price increases.
That's correspondent Jim Ryan reporting. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton is expected to plead guilty on charges that he illegally retained classified documents. Correspondent Catherine Falders is following.
We do expect him to enter this plea at some point, which obviously he would need to revise. We are getting indications that he will have a rearrangement, if you will. That is scheduled for later this month on June 26, where we're told that's where he intends to enter this plea deal.
And that plea deal is also reportedly going to include a $2 million fine. Russian President Vladimir Putin says his country will strengthen its air defenses to counter recent Ukrainian drone attacks, which have reached deep into Russian territory. He also said Russia is ready for a compromise on Ukraine that was discussed at last year's summit in Alaska. Fur Kids is expanding its rescue outreach with a new shelter focused on saving more dogs from kill shelters.
The Sutherland Dog Shelter is roughly the size of an airplane hangar. It can fit up to 135 dogs. 50 are moving in, and each one gets their own room instead of a cage. Fur Kids CEO Samantha Shelton says they save over 5,000 animals a year, but 3/4 of those animals are cats.
And we want to do more for dogs, and this is the first step for us to be able to do that.
Fur Kids is building a new medical center to provide services to shelter animals needing surgery or treatment for infections like ringworm or parvo. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Roswell fire crews help rescue a child who fell into Vickery Creek today. The department says the child was hiking with family when he fell down an embankment and was unable to get back up. First responders used an inflatable boat to reach the child and reunite the family. Fire officials say this is a reminder that the terrain near the creek can be steep and slick, and you should always stay on designated trails. Move over Walmart. There's a new company atop the Fortune 500 list.
For 13 years, Walmart has claimed the #1 spot on the Fortune 500 list. But now, for the first time since 2013, there's a new company up there. And it should surprise no one that it's Amazon. The Fortune 500 ranks companies based on revenue, and in 2025, Amazon's revenue grew by 12%, thanks in part to its growing web services, cloud computing, and advertising businesses.
Sherry Preston reports Walmart is still on top when it comes to retail. And the Points Guy's best U.S. airlines of 2026 rankings are out, and Atlanta-based Delta is ranked #1 for the 8th year in a row. Delta was noted for its on-time record and overall travel experience. Coming in at #2 was United, then Southwest Airlines. It's 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes, but first it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is watching the roads in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Nothing short of a full house trying to make your way into downtown. Jonathan, 75 southbound in northwest Atlanta. You're going to stack up right at Moores Mill, 400 from Lenox, and 85 at Cheshire Bridge, Lenox Road. All that filtering into Midtown and downtown. Heaviest delays stay with you down to about North Avenue, then some moderate volume past that through the Grady Curve down to I-20. Not any better northbound, 75, 85 northbound, a brake light battle. Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. In the earlier police fire department activity in College Park, 85 northbound, just north of Camp Creek Parkway is cleared out of the through lane. Still on that collector distributor ramp that takes you to the airport terminal, so be mindful of the flashing lights there. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Sunny skies with a few clouds dotting the sky today. High 81. Low humidity levels for this evening. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High 85. Becoming more muggy by Saturday. Partly cloudy. High 86.
81 degrees in Sandy Springs, 81 in Stockbridge, and 82 here in Midtown Atlanta. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. You know, it's interesting, my fascination with what's going on with AI right now in this country. I think this is an interesting day. And there's two ways. You know, there's two different areas that you're looking at when you're looking at AI. There is AI itself, the technology, and all the claims that the people that are pursuing this technology have told us that we're going to see in the future from it. You know, it's good. No one's going to have to work, or no one will be able to work, and we're going to cure cancer, and then there's all the issues that are around that. Data centers, are they good? Are they bad? Are they going to use all of our resources? Are they not? All of that. That's one side of the AI thing. The other side is purely the financing. And that's on the financing. I think that today is a day to kind of look at what's going on in the market. It's not like the market. I don't know, what is the market's closed, isn't it? Did they close at 4? Is that when the market?
I think it closes at 4. Let me double check.
All right. Well, you can see. Take a look at the overall market. I would think that the Dow is probably up and the Nasdaq is down. That would be my guess. I haven't looked at it.
That's correct. Yeah, the Dow is up. It ended 874 points up. Nasdaq was down 23.
There's a trend, and what's happening, if you look at it, is some of these chip companies, and there was one chip company in particular did do well, but didn't meet expectations, and they kind of crashed on the Nasdaq and dragged the Nasdaq down. Also, a lot of buyers, a lot of people left the tech stocks and put them into the stuff on Dow Jones, which is the stuff that's not necessarily tech stocks. And there's a reason for this that's going on. It's not like a total bursting of the bubble. And I'm not smart enough on these things. I'm just a curious person who does a lot of reading, and I think maintains a pretty objective outlook when reading about things. So I'm not going to predict anything, and I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just saying, in my life, watching these things happen, knowing what I know now, which is a bit more than I knew in 2007 and a bit more than I knew in 2000, and also living through these experiences and seeing how it happens. I'm not predicting that it's going to happen, but we are in a situation right now where it's worth looking into it and wondering about it, certainly. If it is going to be a bubble, today might be a day that we look back at as it's not crashing, but there are rumbles over there. And, trying to sort of explain this is difficult. But these are private equity markets. So it's private equity. So they have what's called shadow banking. And when like the Blackstones and big companies like that, what they do is they go, hey, so like Zuckerberg or one of these people come, hey, I got this plan. We're going to have, or Elon Musk, we're going to have data centers on Mars or in space or whatever. And we need all this money. And, so the way that works, it's not like regular stuff. The way that works is they go to like the richest people in the world, and you have to kind of take a position, and you're locked in. And that's how, like, when Zuckerberg raises $80 billion or somebody $50 billion or whatever, it doesn't go away the next day because you're taking a bet as a super rich person. Okay, whatever the terms are. Sometimes it's like years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You can't take your money out. Now, inside of that, they have a little clause that says something like, well, at any given time, 10 to 12% can be taken out. And I'm not sure if that means 10% of the people that are in it, if they get in line soon enough, or if they mean 10 to 12% of what you've put in, you can take out. But that's it. And so I told you like a month or so ago that they were hitting their limits on that. There's a lot of very rich people who are invested in this stuff who want to get out, but they're in a contract and they can't. And it's a weird thing. A lot of them are taking this kind of deal, I can't remember what this is called, where you can get out. It's almost like taking your 401k money too soon. You can get out, but you're not going to realize the any sort of gain on it, which means if you've parked your money there, you're taking basically a loss just to get out. What you need to know is there's a lot of that going on right now, where a lot of these people who are super rich, who have a lot of money in these contracts that last years, want to get out. And now, I believe it's Blackstone, they just dropped it down from 10 to 5% because so many people want to get out. And turning it, that's just one thing that's going on with today's market. So the reason that, not being an expert, just somebody watching, you can see the flow. The money's going from NASDAQ, which is more tech heavy, to Dow Jones, which is more, you've got your, financial, you got everything there is some tech there, but it's not tech heavy.
Right.
So you can see the money coming out of tech and going into more, let's just call it brick and mortar stocks, just to make up but at the same time, this is the question is this a bubble? If I had to put money down, I would say yes. That doesn't make me an expert that knows that, but I would say yes. So we've got this IPO for SpaceX coming up. And the funny business that's going on around this, the point that I'm going to try to make here is they're making sure that they take all of us down if it goes down. And why do you do that? So that you're too big to fail. So, the government has to come in because everybody's going to lose their retirement funds. So this guy's going to explain what goes on. His name is Julian Watley. It's like 1 minute long. But let me set it up. What he's talking about is, and a lot of people, wasn't really aware of this. So the IPO, the initial public offering, I think that's, the IPO is available to institutional investors before it's available to the public, before you can usually open up Robinhood and just start trading. And the initial investors get it at a lower price. And then it becomes, at some point in the future, it becomes available to you. Now, there's always a chance of a rug pull there because you're going to have to pay more than the initial people did. So if they want to get out on day one that you can get in, they're going to make some money. And if they believe in the company, I guess they'll stay a little bit longer. So here's this guy, Julian Watley. So he'll explain it here. It's about a minute long.
I can start and stop if you want to, too.
Yeah, okay. The reason the audio changes is the way that he's doing it is he's interviewing himself about it. So you'll hear the audio kind of change because he has himself outside asking questions. But go ahead and start it, and we'll stop it as the point here is that NASDAQ changed a rule that's very important that basically means that your 401k has to invest in SpaceX. So go ahead.
The rule change. SpaceX joins the NASDAQ 100 a mere 15 days after the IPO. Used to be that new companies had to wait months, sometimes a year. The wait existed for a reason. The market needed time to figure out what a new company was actually worth before pension funds were forced to buy it.
Stop. So right there, that was the protection. So the initial public offer, the IPO, somebody tell me if I'm getting the I right.
You got it right. Yeah.
So because they're getting it at a decent deal, and to make sure it's not just a rug pull, they used to wait so that by the time it got to the public, 6 months would have gone by or a year would have gone by, and you could genuinely know what is the actual value. How is this country, how is this company doing? How have they been doing for a year? And the way that 401ks work when you decide to buy, like my 401k, I don't know how to do this stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, track it to Dow Jones, right? Just track it, whatever they're doing. And an awful lot of pensions and retirement are in this, and you have to do it. In the NASDAQ, if you have your thing lined up, your 401k, this percentage goes into the NASDAQ. Well, the way that works is they have to buy it for you because you're buying the entire NASDAQ, right? So you have to, if they're responsible through this IPO thing for it going up like that, then it has to go into your 401k or your pension, whatever is tagged to that. And by changing this rule to make it only 15 days, that means the market's going to go up initially, and they're going to have to put you in it because that's the way it runs. All right, let it finish off.
This exceptionally fast inclusion is made possible by a newly revamped NASDAQ fast entry rule implemented on the eve of SpaceX's IPO. SpaceX qualifies under the new rules. The S&P 500 is now considering similar changes for OpenAI and Anthropic. Who gets to change the NASDAQ rules? NASDAQ does. They don't need anyone's permission. 2 weeks from now, like it or not, your retirement account becomes a SpaceX shareholder because the rules of the index were changed to make sure it would.
Look at it. So they're changing rules. We are, as a society, are being forced into this AI gamble. We're being forced into it. No one's talked about it, and it looks more and more financially like a bubble. And now you've got the richest guy in the world has the influence to get NASDAQ to change the rule so he can be in there 15 days in, and then wherever your 401k is, your retirement account, the rules say they can't ignore that. You're buying an index stock, which means if that goes up, then you go up with it. If it goes down, you go down with it. And by putting it out there 15 days, it's based on this ridiculous valuation of SpaceX at $1.8 trillion as a company. And I will tell you from what I know, and I'm not a genius at this, there are a lot of questions. Let me put it that way. There are a lot of questions as to whether or not this company, why do I keep saying country for company? You know what? Maybe it's more than a Freudian slip. I think we are living in a company now.
We are. Yeah, these companies run these countries.
Yeah, just so all I'm saying, I'm not saying it's going to be a big crash. I'm just saying I'm worried, and I think you ought to be looking at it. I think everyone ought to be looking at it. Why are we being dragged down this lane as if there's some sort of guarantee at the end that AI is going to make all of our lives better? We just don't have any evidence of it now. But everybody should go all in, and you're being forced in, whether you like it or not. All right, 285 West is slow around the airport. Let's say hello to Alex Williams, and he'll tell you all about it.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, Tim, and Jared, the gang. Yes, no AI here, but I can tell you 285 West, it's another slow afternoon around the airport, leaving I-75 in Clayton County, but I think those delays should start to improve because that paving project that was once again on 85 South near Old National Highway, that has cleared and all lanes are back open. 285 East, the outer loop, also on the south side of perimeter. That ride's recovering due to an earlier crash past Boulder Crest Road, exit 51 that's cleared. Southbound interloop delays on 285 into DeKalb find you at I-85. They'll stick with you down to Highway 78 in East Ponce and Clarkston. 285 westbound, the outer loop, slow starting in Dunwoody, Ashford Dunwoody Road over to Roswell Road. Moderate volume past that over to 75 and Truist Park. Then you're going to jam up again southbound, just south of Smyrna, right around South Atlanta Road down to I-20, the West Freeway. Traffic brought to you by America 250. This July 4th, celebrated America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, hosted by America 250. Learn more at america250.org. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots, Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You can sell your home the old way, wait for offers, deal with constant showings, juggle timelines, and hope everything works out. Or you can use Orchard. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Orchard gives you cash up front from your current home so you can buy your next one first. That means no rushing, no double moves, and no scrambling to line up 2 closings at the same time. Once you've moved into your new home, Orchard handles the rest. They take care of repairs, upgrades, staging, and professional marketing designed to help your old home sell for top dollar. And when it sells, you get the proceeds, your second payout. It's a simpler, more flexible way to move that gives you more control and less stress from start to finish. Thousands of homeowners are already making the switch to Orchard. Start with a free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
The idea of new floors sounds exciting until you think about the mess, the moving, and your home being turned upside down. Don't worry about it. Peach State Hardwood takes all the stress and mess out of the process with clear upfront pricing, delivery and installation by their in-house team, even moving and protecting your furniture. And when it's all done, your home is left spotless. No stress, no surprises, just a home that feels brand new. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at peachstatehardwood.com. Peach State Hardwood. Hardwood without the hassle.
All right, they couldn't shut me up in the last segment, so we have almost no time here. But George Clark hit me with some information while we were at break. So what was it you were telling me? The Anthropic, which is now the leading, they've kind of passed OpenAI, is the big AI company, and they'll be doing an IPO soon. And it's going to be based on a crazy valuation. What were you saying, George? That the difference, their valuation is as high as Walmart.
Yeah, it's become a little bit of a meme on the internet. So Anthropic's valuation right now is at $965 billion. Walmart is at $948 billion. Walmart annual revenue, concrete, they've been around forever, $681 billion to $725 billion. Anthropic's annual revenue, which is projected, is $4.7 billion to $20 billion. So it just shows you how speculative all this is.
It's amazing to me. Maybe all I'm saying is that I'm worried. I'm not pretending to be an expert, but I am worried about the fact that the NASDAQ is changing their rules for Elon Musk. Early in that Julian Watley soundbite, he mentioned, because, OpenAI and Anthropic are going to do their IPOs soon, and I guess those are going to be on Dow Jones. And didn't he mention in there that they're looking, because they don't want to lose business. So if NASDAQ did that to get SpaceX in, then they're going to do it to make sure they get OpenAI. Everybody it's all FOMO. Everyone is afraid that they're going to miss the boat. And if it turns out that they're all right, then there's no problem. But this does happen to be the way that bubbles become a thing, is that everyone, the numbers don't look great, but man, all these other people keep investing money. I don't want to be left behind. And there are other things going on. It's just with the entire economy right now, and this administration just not facing the obvious truths that are in front of them. I got one more example when we come back. That'll be my fear of the economy, and we'll move on and have lots of fun and sing and dance as Rome burns. Oh, and also, brake lights. I thought I was done. That was a nice little ending. And then I remembered, Alex Williams.
You really did put a period on the end of that sentence.
I did. I was about to walk away. And I said, Alex Williams has some news for us. Alex Williams says there are brake lights on I-20 in DeKalb.
A good cliffhanger there, Eric. That's for sure. Yeah, I-20 eastbound, you're seeing a little bit of volume in the work zone from 285 out to Panola Road. But westbound, it's been slow like this all day. The right lanes are really bunched up between 285 and Candler Road. That's due to that new exit ramp on I-20 West. It takes you to Wesley Chapel, and 285 starts about a half mile before Wesley Chapel. So be in those right lanes after Panola Road if you need to exit 20 West at Wesley or I-285 there in DeKalb. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making June a month to remember. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. If your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace it before the Georgia heat arrives. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Belinda Skelton with my friend Damon to tell his story about his experience with virtual imaging. It's the gold standard in early detection of heart disease and cancer. I've been encouraging listeners to get screened using their CT scan. It can save your life by giving you your calcium score in your arteries, and it can detect cancer at the earliest stages. Damon, tell us your story.
I have an awful family history of both heart disease and cancer. Both parents and grandparents had one or the other. Also, my annual physicals have have always been eye-opening with very bad levels of cholesterol and high blood pressure. I heard the free offer from Virtual Imaging. It was easy. Took 10 minutes. I was nervous, but the score came back 0.
Awesome.
Yeah. What a relief. They say for the most part, with a 0 score, I have very little chance of suffering a heart attack for the next 5 years.
Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan with few minimum requirements. Call now at 770-678-SCAN or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 4:30. I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news brought to you by QC Kinetics, our top local story. Federal and local law enforcement officials here in Atlanta say the streets are safer as one of APD's most wanted pleads guilty to a federal firearms charge.
Several times over, 25-year-old Marcus Liddell Molden Jr. just added another conviction to his rap sheet, pleading guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm. He hit the Atlanta Police top 5 most wanted last summer. Then in July, APD and federal officers saw him climb into someone's car with a gun in his waistband. When the car was pulled over, they found Molden's Glock, modified with a 22-round magazine and a device to make it shoot like a machine gun. Molden faces federal sentencing in September. The 25-year-old's gang-related charges are pending in Fulton County. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. Sunshine and a few clouds this evening. Lows in the 50s tonight. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. DeKalb County Police are investigating after a shooting victim shows up at a local fire station off of Pleasantwood Drive requesting medical attention. DeKalb Police tell us the victim suffered what they call moderate injuries. No other details have been released. The Federal Transit Authority has launched an investigation into safety on MARTA after 2 recent stabbings at their stations. On social media, MARTA's interim CEO Jonathan Hunt says they are taking these cases seriously.
We are committed at MARTA to enhancing these efforts, including more officers in the stations, on the train platforms, and on train patrols.
Hunt says investments into MARTA Hope are also increasing to assist riders who are dealing with mental health issues or homelessness so they can get the help they need. President Trump is blasting the 4 congressional Republicans who sided with Democrats to advance a war powers resolution in the U.S. House aimed at ending military action in Iran. Correspondent Karen Travers is following from the White House.
He called it a meaningless vote. He accused the Republicans, 4 of them that joined those Democrats, to vote for this resolution. He called them grandstanders, and he has said that this is going to complicate his efforts to reach a final agreement with Iran.
The measure now advances to the GOP-controlled Senate. First-time unemployment claims were on the rise last week. Numbers out from the Labor Department show 225,000 people filed those first-time jobless claims for the week ending May 30th. That's up 13,000 from the previous week and above most expectations of 212,000. As the gubernatorial race heats up here in Georgia, Governor Kemp calls Democratic nominee Keisha Lance Bottoms irresponsible for proposing a pause in building new data centers.
Governor Kemp's remarks came during an interview with Bloomberg's Tyler Kendall.
Now, I'm not saying we need to put a data center in every community. We certainly don't need to be pushing them in communities where the local governments and the people don't want it. But there are many places around the state where people do want it, and that's where we need to work with them.
In an email to Bloomberg, the campaign communications director for Bottoms said in part, quote, Georgia's status quo of unchecked data center construction without a plan is not acceptable. I'm Bloomberg's Gina Cervetti for 95.5 WSB.
Cobb County Schools is hosting teachers from all over Georgia for STEM-a-Palooza, where educators learn from each other about how to better teach topics like science and technology. Dr. Adam Casey says they have a lot of hands-on learning workshops.
3D printers, we have heat presses, we have 3D modeling and laser cutters going on.
Educators can also learn about how to write grants and find the funding to bring these types of technologies into their own school districts. The Prince estate is releasing 10 unreleased Prince songs. The collection, called Timeless, features tracks that were recorded across different periods in his career, spanning from 1977 through the year of his death, 2016. The announcement comes after the release of a new single, Stone, a previously unreleased track from 1995. This new album drops on August 28th. It's 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is watching the roads in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
And a slow commute this afternoon through downtown Atlanta, Jonathan. It's going to take you about a half hour to travel from 400 south at Lenox Road all the way down to I-20. The heaviest delays start right at the 85-400 merge. Not any better northbound. The slow ride, 75-85 north, begins at Langford Parkway. Finally going to find a little bit of relief once you clear Peachtree, Pine Street. Heads up in College Park if you're heading toward the airport. There's some police activity, crash investigation on the collector distributor ramp that takes you from 85 north to the loop roads, taking you to the terminals. Part of that ramp is blocked with that police activity. Still accessible, but it will cause you some delays there heading to the airport. Elsewhere, south side perimeter, that's cleaned up nicely. 285 west, the inner loop, leaving I-75 through the airport tunnel since that earlier construction on 85 south at Old National Parkway has wrapped up for the afternoon. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Sunny skies with low humidity today with a high of 81. Lows tonight dropping down to the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine, high around 85. Increasing humidity, so feeling muggy by Saturday. Highs in the mid 80s.
81 degrees in Dallas, 81 in Loganville, and 83 here in Midtown. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
I always say TE Certified checks every box. Chris Chandler here with head box checker Josh Brooker, owner of TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Josh, what's on your TE Certified checklist?
Providing great service that starts with a job well done and ends with a smile.
Check.
Doing the job right.
Check.
And giving the highest level of customer service.
Check and check.
TE Certified, we love your home.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Would you ever consider paying for your new mattress 2 times? It sounds expensive, but that's exactly what happens when you buy from a mainstream mattress store. The manufacturer marks it up, sells it to the retailer, who marks it up again and sells it to you. Because the Original Mattress Factory sells factory direct, the mattress you buy is being sold for the first and only time, providing real value. Don't buy your mattress twice. Visit the Original Mattress Factory today.
Steel Horse Law is the most experienced local law firm to protect your rights.
In a world that never stops changing, the professionals who rise are the ones who never stop growing. The Project Management Institute is one of the most respected professional organizations on the planet. A network of driven, talented leaders shaping the future of business, technology, healthcare, and beyond. PMI Atlanta members don't just manage projects, they lead them. They open doors, they build careers, they connect with people and opportunities that move Atlanta forward. And now, you're invited. On June 17th, Project Management Institute Atlanta brings together the best minds in project management for a professional development day at Georgia Tech, packed with world-class speakers, hands-on learning, and the kind of networking that changes careers. Whether you're a longtime Project Management Institute member or you've been to an event, this is your moment. Register today, members and non-members, at PMIAtlanta.org. That's PMIAtlanta.org. June 17th, Georgia Tech. Be there. PMI Atlanta, because great leaders never stop learning.
All right. So we've established a couple of things about what's going on with the financing side of AI. We can argue about, the water and the electricity and 40,000 acre data centers, which I guess Mr. Wonderful is now backing off on.
By half.
By half because the people who live there don't want it. Oh, we wanted to roll right over them and somehow it didn't work. So did they always want half? Because 20,000 square acres is still huge. It could be like, you know what I mean? Like these people, They know how to negotiate. So they start out, 40,000, that's ridiculous. And then you end up with something that no one would have given you to begin with. 20,000 acres for a data center. So what we've figured out right now, what we've at least laid out, is NASDAQ changed their rules to force every retirement account in the country to invest in SpaceX long before anyone has any idea what the true valuation of the company is. And also, Dow Jones Exchange is about to make the same rule change for the IPOs of OpenAI and Anthropic, which are coming up shortly, but SpaceX is going first on NASDAQ. We also talked about the fact that the private equity groups, specifically Blackstone, now changing their rules and this is happening in all the private, there's a clamping down on this with all the big private equity groups. Blackstone is changing their rules to basically trap high dollar investors into AI and AI adjacent positions that they no longer want to be in, but they sign contracts. And so many are trying to get out, they had to change the rule. So there's a lot of very rich people in this country who want to get out of these, and they can't. And you were just giving me some information, George.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's a bad week. It's a bad week for articles about whether AI has any value whatsoever once the wheels hit the pavement.
And really about the cost of AI and the token usage. Uber burned through their entire 2026 AI budget in 4 months. Amazon had an AI use leaderboard, and they've done away with that. They are kind of not encouraging people to use AI as much.
And why is that? Why is that? Because it's slowing. It's not making people more efficient. At least not now. And this could be a transitional time. But something
and it's
else.
super expensive. And Microsoft told their employees to use it a lot less as well. And then even Sam Altman came out and said it's real. AI cost issues are real.
Yeah, he had to come out and discuss these. What you don't understand is when you pay $20 a month for ChatGPT or Claude, it's being subsidized. It's costing them way more than $20 a month. Their hope is you'll get hooked and go up to like 50 or 100. I think they need a whole bunch of people paying them $200 a month to get anywhere. And people use it, and they use it for $20. Right now, most people are like, this is worth about $20 a month. And that ain't enough. And then, so the idea is, well, we'll get the big industries to use it, then everybody will be using it. And they tried to force that down everyone's throat, mainly because a lot of these industries are invested in it. So they need to show that their employees are using it and that it's working. And we see that kind of crumbling. Now, to be fair, it could be a transitional time, right? Maybe it will make things more efficient in the future, but as you're learning it, it might slow things down. I want to at least open up that. I don't want to be completely negative, but that doesn't change the finances. Now, the finances that we talked about, all of this is on top of the backdrop of an administration that just simply refuses to acknowledge that there is any problem whatsoever with the overall economy. This was Scott Bessent, I believe, what was Maggie Hassan? Is she a senator? I believe it's
I think she's New Hampshire?
Delaware? Not Delaware. One of those.
Jared's right.
New Hampshire.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so he was all right. Thought he'd take a victory lap for it. So he was being questioned in the Senate. Now, I have two cuts of the same thing. The first one is full. So play the full cut.
Okay, I can't stop this one, so here we go.
Except for inflation, which is, I believe, going to be a short-term blip. The economic data is very strong.
All right, the reason I played the full clip is because I want to cut part of it out, and I didn't want to cut it out and then have people go, oh, you just messed. That wasn't what he said. That's what he said. I cut out the middle part. Play the middle part. Play the short version.
Except for inflation, the economic data is very strong.
Now imagine, I don't know, that somebody from the Biden administration was in front of the Senate, say like 2 or 3 years ago, and you, come on, I'm challenging you now. There's got to be some people in Core MAGA who are willing to be challenged. Put yourself back 2.5 years. Anybody from the Biden administration, I want you to play the short one again. Anybody from the Biden administration said this.
Except for inflation, the economic data is very strong.
Is it me or would that be mocked?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely be mocked. Absolutely.
How many members of Core MAGA are willing to admit to Eric Von Hessler? Again, I want to hear it again, that if Joe Biden or anyone from his administration had ever said this.
Except for inflation, the economic data is very strong.
You would have mocked the hell out. Is there anyone in Core MAGA that will admit to Eric Von Hessler that they would mock the hell out of that? I want to hear it one more time. This is the Treasury Secretary. Go ahead.
Except for inflation, the economic data is very strong.
Except for inflation.
It's very strong.
Better watch out. He'll beat you up, Eric. That guy
I'll come down there and kick your ass.
He's got the history of fighting, man. I wouldn't mess with Scott Bessent.
hey, except that we still bomb one another and we can't get any oil through the Strait of Hormuz, we won the Iran war.
He's got his...
How many more of these? Except for the fact that we can't get any oil through the Strait of Hormuz.
He's got his...
Hey, they have no Navy.
Yeah.
Okay? I've lived in America my entire life. Never once has anyone told me that they had a fear of the Iranian Navy. Ever.
I was afraid of it.
Were you afraid of it? Were you sitting in your home?
I was afraid of a swift boat with guns on it coming out. Sorry about that, but I am afraid.
Iran has no Navy. They have no Air Force.
Okay.
They have very few soldiers.
Stop. I didn't want to hear it. You know,
they don't even have an old Navy.
They do have one in
They have
Tehran.
a gap.
One
Not
banana
an old
republic,
Navy.
too. One banana
Well, I
republic.
mean, that's what their country is,
Sad.
but no bananas.
So sad for them.
And so the president just keeps going, hey, they don't have any Navy. We decimated their Navy. So how can you say we didn't win the war? And it's this at the same time, you know, where this kind of nonsense is being put out there. I'm putting it all together. That's the overall economy. And then what we see going on just behind the scenes with AI and AI adjacent. By that, I mean, you know, the chip companies and everything that goes on in all of that. We are not in the hands of people right now that we should trust to invent the future. Isn't that obvious? Is that not obvious to people?
What are you talking about, Eric?
Except for inflation, the economic data is very strong.
Everything's good. What are you talking about?
He's got his brass knuckles on. You better not mess with him,
I
Eric.
don't need brass knuckles. I'll just give him a knuckle sandwich.
He's the guy who punched Elon Musk when he had that.
That's right.
Shiner.
He's had a
in
couple
the White
of-
House. And remember, folks, it's a small thing, but it's telling. They lied about that. He
had
was
a couple-
asked about
he
the
was
Shiner. He said he blamed his son or something.
Yes, X beat me up.
He had another spat, too.
Don't let people who constantly lie to you about small things, medium things, and large things decide what your future is going to look like. This is my point. I'm not an expert on AI. I'm not an expert on finances. But on all levels, I'm being told, Eric, you have to throw out every piece of common sense you've ever gained over the years when it comes to financing and business. Because this is so different. And it's so wonderful. Well, it better be. It better be. Because what I'm telling you in this hour, it is being engineered that if this stuff is a bubble, you are going to be forced to go down with it. And what does that add up to? Too big to fail. That's right, kids. They're playing the hits. Let's check on the ride on 75 into Cobb with our friend Alex Williams.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. 75 northbound had a little bit of earlier trouble. I see it on the right shoulder now. 75 northbound before Barrett Parkway exit, or just north of Barrett Parkway, I should say, before Chastain Road exit 271. You're slow behind it, though, back in Marietta from north or South Marietta Parkway. You're going to stay slow up toward Wade Green Road. 575 northbound, tapping the brakes from Bells Ferry up to Highway 92 in Woodstock. Seeing the brake lights through Sandy Springs on 400 northbound, leaving 285 up toward Northridge. In 85 northbound, you're in the thick of it from Chamblee Tucker toward Pleasantdale Road. Then some more scattered brake lights into Norcross as well between Duluth and Swanee. 316 eastbound. Toughest part of that ride is between Lawrenceville and Winder from about High Hope Road out to Highway 29 Winder Highway. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, you know WSB gets you around Atlanta with our triple team traffic.
Now we've got $1,000 to fuel your ride. It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas. Your next chance to win is at 5. WSB's A Grand for Gas. From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
The Plus is so much more than painting.
Hi, it's Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. My mom came up with that name, and the Plus is we do full exterior remodeling. The reason I went on the radio is to express that we're not just a painting contractor, we're full exterior remodeling firm.
Locally owned Painting Plus. The Plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
The best
best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
It's Scott Slade, and here's how the team at Ragsdale Heating and Air can get you ready for the hot and humid days of summer. If it's time to replace your air conditioning system, the Ragsdale System Design Specialist can give you a quote today and have your new system installed as soon as the next day. And you'll be confidently comfortable for the next 15 years with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. You can trust Ragsdale for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs. Schedule online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
The recent heavy rain was quite a stress test for your roof and a reminder that your roof is the first line of defense. Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, and the only roofer I trust. When severe downpours expose leaks from years of wear and tear, think of Findlay first. They've replaced over 65,000 roofs locally with high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Get your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's a bad week for AI with all these headlines, but it's also, another thing that's we're almost at the UFC fight. Have you seen this ridiculous nonsense on the White House? Have you seen this setup?
Beautiful.
Here's
more
the thing.
gold.
So one fighter that made negative comments about Jeffrey Epstein and Israel, I guess. He's a champion. I don't know his name.
Strickland.
Yeah. He's not the guy who said he was in love with Adolf Hitler a couple of years ago, is he?
I think it was Bryce Mitchell.
Oh, okay. This guy says he had some commentary about that, and he's a champ, and he's not invited. I saw a clip. I should have pulled it. Joe Rogan. Even Joe Rogan's saying, I don't like a lot of these fighters. This is something. So apparently, you're in Baltimore right now, Autumn. What is the temperature? Is it been a good summer, an easy summer, hot? What's going on?
It's been gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah.
A year ago, at the time that the UFC fight is planned on the White House lawn, it was 90 degrees. And these are people who are fighting. And these are big things. Like you have a champion, you have people who could lose belts, whatever. So you not only have the heat, and Washington is notorious in the summer for just being. I was there
Humidity
once in the
and
summer.
hot.
Humidity was just absolutely. Yeah, it's built on a swamp. That's all you need to know. So you have that going on. Also, these huge lights, which is going to make it hotter. And something that I didn't think about until I heard Joe Rogan talk about it, which is it is built on a swamp. There's going to be bugs.
Oh, yeah. Bugs.
And then the only way to get rid of bugs would be to fumigate the place, and that's going to, somewhere in the second or third round, interrupt your breathing.
Yeah, but isn't it on the lawn? It's on the
It's on the lawn.
Yeah, but
It's on the lawn of the White House.
Dana White was bumming out about the bugs big time.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't. I feel like the bugs wouldn't be a problem because it's not like there's a bunch of vegetation and stuff around there.
No, but they're going to have those lights.
Yeah, moths, a lot of moths.
Okay.
Get a bunch of tiki.
So you're going to have, you're going to have all of that.
Well,
I'm not an expert. Joe Rogan and Dana White are convinced there's going to be bugs.
To counter the bugs, everybody walks in with a frog, like a toad.
There you go.
Release
there you
the
go.
bats.
What about giant
and all
bug
the bats.
zappers? Big bug
And then
zappers.
we create Batman.
And guess what? The tickets are free. Now, there's going to be however many can fit on the lawn, and then there's going to be a place where like 80,000 people could show up. I think over on the National Mall and watch it, like on screens.
Yeah, how is that going to work, though? I mean, if it's free...
Well, they're going to be hot and sweaty
No,
as
here's
well.
the point. Here's the point. Free ain't free, as the great Kevin Kinney is saying. Apparently, the president's going to be ringside. And it's going to cost you. Apparently, there's some reports that, you might have to give about $1 million to sit next to the president.
It's almost
UFC
free.
fight.
Yeah, he'll crop dust you.
So what?
Sorry.
And that will help with the insects. So I think it all works out. Look, hey, we're solving the problems of the nation. I think that's important for a show like this. To do that. 285 South is crowded into Clarkston. Hey, that's what Alex Williams says. It's up to you whether or not you believe him.
I wouldn't steer you wrong. You're going to be slow 285 South, the inner loop into DeKalb County, Eric. Really tough from I-85 down to East Ponce de Leon, exit number 40. I'm looking at the jam cam right now. No crashes in the way, just volume. Even before that, you're going to find brake lights eastbound, leaving Georgia 400 through Dunwoody. 285 westbound, just on and off the brakes between Sandy Springs and Cobb, but that southbound ride is bunched up starting in Smyrna from Paces Ferry Road to I-20, the West Freeway. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you make. So after an accident, why trust its repair to someone focused on cutting cost? At RJ's Auto Body Plus, they believe the repair should protect your vehicle, not the insurance company's bottom line. For nearly 20 years, families throughout the area have trusted RJ's Auto Body Plus because they don't believe in shortcuts, cheap parts, or rushed repairs. With over 40 years of experience, they know what proper collision repair looks like, and they stand up for their customers every step of the way. They work with insurance companies daily, but they work for you. Whether it's a newer vehicle, a luxury vehicle, or simply a vehicle you care a lot about, their mission is simple: restore it safely, correctly, and with the quality you deserve. RJ's Auto Body Plus, because your vehicle deserves more than a minimum. Call 770-955-5020 or simply search RJ's Auto Body Plus.
Closing on your new home? Congratulations! Peach State Hardwood Floors has a housewarming gift just for you. This June, get $1,000 off your floor replacement, plus 12 months of financing at 0%. We handle everything from helping you select the perfect floor to delivery, installation, and final cleanup. No stress, no surprises, just a home that feels brand new. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at peachstatehardwood.com. Peach State Hardwood. Hardwood without the hassle.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments. And get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news brought to you by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story. MARTA responds to a federal investigation launched after a couple of recent attacks in broad daylight.
MARTA says passenger and worker safety is its #1 priority, and it welcomes the opportunity to share details of its safety plan. That plan is now the subject of an audit by the Federal Transit Authority, looking into MARTA's safety protocols, security spending, and risks to riders and workers. It comes after a 66-year-old woman was stabbed to death while riding a MARTA train and a 40-year-old man stabbed and injured in a MARTA station. Feds say the rate of MARTA's personal security events is 3.5 times higher than the national average, specifically relating to rail workers and riders. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. Fair skies with lows in the 50s tonight. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. The rain we had in May has improved drought conditions across North Georgia. Sid King with the National Weather Service in Peachtree City says we've moved from an extreme drought to a severe drought.
Over the month of May, across the majority of the state of Georgia, we've gotten generally between about 6 to 12 inches of rain, with several steady rounds of rainfall, especially in the last couple of weeks of the month.
But King says we're not out of the woods yet, and a long period without rain could erase those improvements. A mom and her child are shaken up after shots are fired as they considered buying a puppy from a man at Rodney Cook Senior Park in Northwest Atlanta. According to police, the woman said she was holding the puppy. Her child was in the back seat when a man came up and snatched the puppy from her and took off. The man who was selling the dog became irate, pulled out a gun, and fired into her vehicle. Luckily, no one was hit. The suspect then snatched the woman's purse and took off in a white Nissan Altima. Anyone with information is asked to contact Atlanta police. Roswell fire crews helped rescue a child who fell into Vickery Creek today. The department says the child was hiking with family when they fell down an embankment.
She was able to get herself out of the creek, but she couldn't climb back up the embankment.
One of the adults also fell when trying to save the child, says Captain Chad Miller. He says that first responders had to rescue the child using a rope, and they also had to use an inflatable boat to reach the child. Fire officials say this is a reminder that the terrain near the creek can be steep and slick, so you should always stay on the designated trails. Fur Kids Animal Rescue is opening a new shelter in Cumming centered around dogs.
The Sutherland Shelter is like a summer camp for dogs with outdoor play spaces, a splash pad, and access to Big Creek Greenway for walks with staff members. Fur Kids CEO Samantha Shelton says taking care of shelter animals is important.
Every single day in our state, good animals, healthy animals are being euthanized.
But she says volunteering at an animal shelter doesn't have to be sad. Kids can come and help out with their parents and make it a family experience. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says her agency is doing what it can to mitigate New World screwworm in the U.S. Cases have been increasing in Mexico, and during a Senate hearing today, Rollins confirmed that a case was detected in a cow in Texas.
We're going to need $1 billion to launch a new facility, to break ground, to really invest on the other side of the border
to slow down.
She says they're surging resources to the area to respond. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton is expected to plead guilty to federal charges for mishandling classified information. Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas with new details.
The source that I spoke to said that this involves Bolton allegedly storing classified information, or national security information in diaries, not that he took actual documents from government offices and retained them.
A plea hearing is set for later this month. In WSB News about your money, the average long-term U.S. mortgage rate eased this week from its highest levels in 9 months. Welcome relief for prospective home buyers. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac said today the benchmark 30-year fixed-rate mortgage fell to 6.48% from 6.53% last week. It's 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes, but first, it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is watching your drive in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
If you're stuck in a big backup heading into Marietta, 75 northbound just north of Delk Road, hang in there. They just cleared some trouble out of the roadway between South and North Marietta Parkway. Elsewhere, checking the ride on I-20 in DeKalb County, 20 eastbound. Some moderate volume from 285 out to Manola Road, then a great ride into Lithonia and Conyers. Westbound, you're slow. Don't forget that new I-20 westbound exit ramp, the combined ramp. It's to exit 67 Wesley Chapel and I-285. It starts a half mile before Wesley Chapel, so be in those right lanes as you leave Panola Road. Those that are missing it are slowing the right lane because they're having to take 20 west inside the perimeter, exit off at Candler Road and get back on I-20 eastbound. And the West Freeway, 20 westbound, just waves of volume leaving 285 out to Lee Road, exit 41 in Lithia Springs. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening with low humidity. Sunset around 8:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, staying dry with a high of 85. The humidity will return by Saturday, so feeling muggy through the afternoon. Partly cloudy, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the mid-80s. Scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Sunday and Monday with highs in the low to mid-80s.
81 degrees in Milton, 81 in Locust Grove, and it's 83 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. You know, just before we Paul Stanley's coming up.
And don't forget, we got our Grand for Gas giveaway there, Eric.
My goodness gracious, is very important. What am I thinking, for heaven's sakes?
I know. We only have 2 more days left to give the great people of Atlanta $1,000 for their gas.
And it's needed. It's needed with these prices and where they're going for a gallon of gas. This hour's keyword in WSB's A Grand for Gas giveaway is sun. S-U-N. Let me restate that. The word is sun. S-U-N. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/gas for your chance to win $1,000. Again, the keyword is S-U-N, sun.
So not like sun. No, you're talking about like sun.
No, I don't even play with it because I heard Jared. Do not
Mr.
play with
Golden
it.
Sun.
Do not play with
Won't
it.
you shine
Do
on
not
me?
play with it.
I'm not. I'm saying the real word.
Oh,
Here
okay.
comes the sun.
You guys, the lawyers get involved, and you guys go on about your day. The lawyers get involved.
Have
my
lawyers
day is
ever been
sitting.
involved?
Oh, yes, they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Oh, yes, they do. Quite a bit. Things
They
that
call you?
things that I deal with that are just part of the responsibilities of having your name on the marquee, I guess. So it's important too because everybody wants to win if they feel like they were misled on the air, or if they're just opportunists and think, hey, maybe I can convince somebody that I was misled on the air. So it is S-U-N. That is your word. Hey, we only have a couple days left of this. Well, just this one and tomorrow. So better get on it right now.
Get on the bus.
The point before we get to Paul Stanley, overall about this America 250, I can't believe how uninspired I am by it. I love my country, and I'm completely, it's going to be another July 4th. It's just going to be another July 4th to me. I remember the bicentennial and how wild, because it was, and we were coming off of Vietnam and Watergate and all of that. And I think it was the country was like, well, here's an excuse to kind of unify and stop yelling at each other. This would be kind of good. And it did feel like that to me. I was 12 years old, but it did feel like that to me. And look at this is not my original thought, and I'm sorry. I watch and read so many things. I can't remember who said this, but it struck me as true. What really, and step back from the meme world and the social media politics and everything that we find ourselves in. Celebrating the 250th birthday of the founding of the country that we live in should be a nonpartisan event in all ways. It should be everybody with every idea about what should happen in politics who loves the country come together and celebrate the country. And what that means is, look at what we're not getting. And this is the part I'm stealing from somebody, I can't remember who it was. In reality, every living president should be a part of these festivities. That's what should be happening here. Every legitimate, not crazy bomb throwers, but every legitimate ideology, political movement, what we should see is George W. Bush standing next to Clinton and standing next to Obama, the person who got his presidency based off of a lot of negativity toward the Bush administration. What we should be seeing is a coming together. And now what we know we've got, because these musicians are pulling out, and there's more to that, because what they're pulling out of isn't even what they agreed to do. And possibly, I don't know if it's been penciled in or in by pen, a MAGA rally. So on the 250th anniversary, or whenever the state fair goes on.
It's a 16-day event. It was supposed to be from like June 26th to July 10th. Right.
And so now what we're going to get is a MAGA rally. MAGA rallies don't exist without telling everyone how. You don't just tell people how wonderful you are as president. You prove that by reminding them of how horrible the previous presidents were. If I was a person to go on Polymarket or Kalshi, look this up and tell me if there's even a position on this. Will we hear the words Sleepy Joe during Trump's America 250 speech at his state fair? And I would be putting thousands of dollars on, yes, we will. And that's exactly what's wrong with this. If you're with MAGA and you're still loyal to Trump, this holiday is for and about you. It's not about any other American who doesn't share your point of view. Now, are you really that deluded if you're one of those people that you believe, yes, that's the way it should be? I don't believe that you actually do. I think there's a lot of people, who can't admit that they're disappointed. When you go public with your love, you get so invested in something that at some point for it to fail means that you failed. And on smaller things, I think almost everybody has kind of dealt with this. And then suddenly you come to a point where you go, who cares? It didn't work. How do these billionaires become billionaires? All these billionaires that everybody's so damn enamored with. They don't hang on. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He burned $85 billion on the metaverse. He woke up one day and said, yeah, that's done. We're going with glasses. And he moved on to the next thing. He didn't dwell in it. Now, it's a weird anti-hero I'm bringing up to make my point. But it's very hard to publicly change your position if you've been for years and years on one side. But I find it hard to believe that in their heart of hearts, most members of Core MAGA think, yes, the 250th birthday of the United States of America should be a celebration of Donald J. Trump. So I know what's going to happen in this speech. Trump is kind of like let it out. There's two presidents he'll give some nod to. Washington and Lincoln. I don't know. Maybe he grew up going to mattress sales. I have no idea. Those two are the only two presidents that are allowed, that I can remember, Oh, he likes Andrew Jackson. There's a third. Wait, but there's a fourth. I got to be honest. McKinley, because of the tariffs. By the way, my understanding is that before he died, McKinley was like, that tariff idea was terrible. I don't know if that's true or not, but my understanding is that by the end of his life, he was not happy with tariffs. But that's another thing. This is the problem right now. If you ask yourself, is this a healthy country? We can't even come together to celebrate the 250th birthday of the founding of our country? This is a partisan event? Save your OMs. It's a partisan event because it's a MAGA rally. So, and a lot of these artists, whether they're B-list or Z-list or whatever they are, I think most people don't realize they signed on to a different thing. All of these plans got started years and years ago. And didn't Obama start a government thing that was going to run it? And
he did.
That one was called
America 250. That was the organization that was originally supposed to put this event on.
Right.
And then once Trump got into office, he started affiliating America 250 with a new organization called Freedom 250, which is directly affiliated with him.
Right. So, and I'm going to yell at these are people who they didn't sign on for that political thing. The first thing was, supposedly, I'm not naive. Maybe I should be saying as non-political or non-partisan as possible. Or maybe I should be saying an effort should be made. You can come back to me and say everything's political and it's DC. Okay. But a very public effort should be made to make America 250, which sounds like a bogus corporate bleh. But to make America 250 a celebration of all of America and America's history. And people go, hey, and acknowledging the problems with America, I suppose. America is an idea. Are you in love with the idea, and are you willing to work to try to have a better tomorrow than yesterday? No one says it's perfect. And an awful lot of people who don't like this administration are still in love with the country. And the problem is the way that it's shaping up, America 250 is not about them. I just told you about the UFC fighter. He's the only male champ of UFC that's not allowed to attend. He's not allowed to attend the White House for anything, but he's not allowed to attend the big UFC match because he was critical of Jeffrey Epstein in Israel. So already, you can see there are certain Americans with certain points of view that are not to be represented in the celebration of America. And that's just I'm not clutching my pearls, but what I'm trying to say is every once in a while we should look at a mile marker and say, are we going too fast? Hasn't that been the theme today with AI financing and everything? Should we slow down a little bit?
No.
Maybe.
Let's go.
Right, yeah.
Step on the gas.
Yeah. Maybe for one day, July 4th, on our 250th birthday, nobody says libtard and no lefty calls a righty Hitler. Just for one day.
I looked
You
into
can get
it.
back at it the next day. Sorry, George. Go ahead.
There's no poly-market position for if he will say Sleepy Joe on the America 250 date, but there is a position you can buy. And it just says, will Trump publicly insult someone on ... And then it has every day throughout June and July.
That's a safe bet.
So all of them are for June 9th, 94%. June 10th, 94%. June 11th, 93%.
I'm not a gambler, and I know we're not supposed to call it gambling. It's a position. But if everybody agrees on one side, you can't really win much money, can you?
No.
Yeah,
Right.
the odds are against you.
You would have to, if you were smart, you'd take $1,000 and just if you had $1,000 that you could gamble with. If you were smart, you would go the other way and say no, he's not going to, even though there's no chance in hell it would happen that way.
Right.
But if it did, you would make a ton of money.
I would look at the days that he stays up super late into the wee hours of the night, morning.
all of them?
But especially one where he has like one of those nights where it's like 60 posts in 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then I would take the position against him insulting somebody on that day, the next day.
See, I would
he
take
needs
it-
to rest.
No, well, no. No.
I do need to rest.
I would take the position that he's more likely, if he has a public speech that day, to do it, because I've been tired when I do the show, and whenever I'm really tired when I do the show, I just go for the greatest hits, right? So if he's tired up there, he's like, oh, this Sleepy Joe bit works all the time.
I'll just do this one.
I'll do Crooked Hillary and the Sleepy Joe.
You wouldn't come here, Sleepy Joe.
It's like a set list for a band. You know? Sleepy Joe, Crooked Hillary,
love it.
Gulf of America.
Massey's the word. What Gulf? Oh yeah, we haven't heard that one yet. Greenland. That's what
I gave everybody the Greenland Gulf of America, Mexico.
I actually was talking about a compromise. I was getting a haircut last night at my barber. I'm like, why don't we just call it the Gulf of America? Let's just call it that.
Oh, look at that.
That's the
but
easiest.
isn't that a gas? America?
No.
America. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Saudi.
Amoco. You're thinking of Amoco. America. That just makes a lot of sense. That way, America's happy.
Aramco. That's what I was thinking of.
Iran?
Aramco.
No, we're not calling it that.
Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
I was going to
And
say,
we're really
I think America makes a lot of sense. That way, the Mexicans are happy, and we here in America are happy with that name. Everybody's happy.
I'm going with Gulf of Mexico. That's me. So I don't need it. It's not part of my life. We're going to have very little time when we come back because we've talked about 3 or 4 minutes too long. So I want to let you know that. Brake light battle downtown. Is it a true battle? Is it sanctioned by the UFC, Alex Williams?
It might be, because there is a lot of them trying to make your way into the heart of the city. Eric, 400 southbound, you're slowing as you approach Lenox Road. 35 minutes from there just to get down to I-20. Not any better if you're coming out of Cobb County through northwest Atlanta. 75 southbound, delays find you at West Paces Ferry. 75-85 northbound, that ride's crowded as well. Langford Parkway up to Peachtree, Pine Street, and the delays on both sides of the connector is what's slowing I-20 east and westbound. Approaching downtown, westbound slows at Moreland Avenue, eastbound at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save at Whole Foods Market. Get 30% off select snacks with Prime through June 9th. Shop favorites from Annie's, Cascadian Farm, Epic, and Larbar while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Are you going somewhere this weekend? How about next weekend? Or any weekend between now and 3 years from now?
Going to be major delays across much of metro Atlanta.
285 construction continues, and it means headaches for Atlanta.
The work set to run from Friday evening to early Monday morning.
Tune in throughout the day to the local and trusted reporters to help you navigate around it.
Will get rid of significant bumps and potholes.
95.5 WSB has it covered for you.
285 will reopen 5 o'clock Monday morning.
95.5 WSB, how Atlanta gets there.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for political outsider, especially somebody that could self-fund.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big, because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Proud supporters of iPaw Rescue, a nonprofit founded by legendary business activist Carl Icahn, where 100% of donations go to saving dogs' lives. That's AA MCO.
When it's time to replace your windows, make sure you have options and get to choose the energy-efficient window that is right for your home, your style, and your budget. Dave Baker here for the only window company I recommend, Nelson Exteriors. With Nelson, you're in charge. Choose from many top-rated window manufacturers like Anderson and MI, all backed by Nelson's worry-free lifetime labor warranty. For your replacement windows, pick the company that's more picky than you. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Once again, this hour's keyword in WSB's A Grand for Gas giveaway is SUN. Sun. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/gas for your chance to win $1,000. And is that the music starting already?
It is, yes.
Hey, well, listen, if for those just joining us, you should have gotten here earlier because we talked way past the last break, which means we have really no time to talk on this. When we get back, I want to tell you. We have Paul. I was going to say Paul McCartney. We have Paul Stanley. Are you on deck, sir? Paul Stanley, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm raring to go.
Well, we're raring to hear from you, and we will do that when we get back. 285 delays on the west side. At least that's what Alex Williams is telling me.
Yeah, 285 southbound, the outer loop definitely crowded up. You and a lot of your friends out there leaving I-75 heading southbound through Smyrna and Vinings down to I-20. Northbound, little sluggish as well, starting before Cascade Road up to I-20. Don't forget this weekend, starting tomorrow night, 285 north, the inner loop will be shut down again for the weekend for construction between Cascade Road and Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I have a gift for every homeowner in Georgia. Whether you need new windows now or sometime down the road, this message is for you. Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort. People tell us all the time, Ray, don't waste my time. I already had one of those big national window companies out here. You know the ones. They sit at your kitchen table for 2 hours, and the price is so high it feels like you need a second mortgage. And that's exactly why Window Comfort was built differently. We go factory direct, no franchise fees, no brand tax, no bloated commissions, which means higher quality windows for you at a fraction of the price. Our mission's simple: make high quality windows affordable for everyday homeowners. And right now it's even better. We're doing buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, we're adding free installation and no payments till 2028. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Go to windowcomfort.com today.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, Delta Classical Concerts featuring music director Natalie Stutzman, conducting Mahler's powerful Resurrection Symphony No. 2 with the Grammy Award-winning ASO Chorus. Tickets at aso.org.
Men, if ED or PE is affecting your performance in the bedroom, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's performance in the bedroom in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Even when Viagra and Cialis have failed, men are now lasting longer than ever. Right now, your consultation and first treatment are free. Call Priority Men's Medical Center now at 404-885-8885 or PriorityMen'sMedical.com.
I started my first business at 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you, and that made me work harder. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. From repairs to upgrades, call A1 from day one.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 5:30. I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news brought to you by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story. One of Atlanta Police Department's top 5 most wanted pleads guilty to a gun charge in federal court.
The U.S. Attorney and the Atlanta Police Chief say the community is safer with the capture and conviction of Marcus Molden Jr. The 25-year-old known as Meat has pleaded guilty to possession of a firearm by a felon. He was arrested last July when APD's gang and auto crimes units, along with federal agents, saw him get in somebody's car with a gun in his waistband. The Glock pistol had been converted to make it fire like a machine gun and had a 22-round clip. Molden faces violent and gang-related crimes in Fulton County and will be sentenced on the federal charge in September. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. Fair skies with lows in the 50s tonight. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. DeKalb County Police are investigating after a shooting victim shows up at a local fire station off of Pleasantwood Drive, requesting medical attention. DeKalb Police tell us the victim suffered what they call moderate injuries. No other details have been released. The Federal Transit Authority says it's launching an audit of MARTA to determine whether or not there are conditions that endanger transit workers and passengers on the system. Interim MARTA CEO Jonathan Hunt says their focus is on safety.
Violence has no place on our transit system, and the safety of our patrons and employees is our number one priority.
In a statement, the Transit Authority says it welcomes the opportunity to share with federal officials the hard work that the MARTA team puts in every day. Officials in the city of Woodstock say construction at the entrance at Little River Park will involve blasting tomorrow. Authorities say they'll conduct a test blast at the base of the hill inside the park nearest to the Trickham Roundabout at noon. The Parks and Recreation Department says that will mean Trickham Road in front of the park will be closed for about 5 to 10 minutes during that test. If all goes according to plan, blasting will take place starting Tuesday and run through Friday, beginning at noon each day. President Trump says that he wants to bring down energy costs by investing $700 million in coal plants.
If you look at China, if you look at so many of the successful countries, they're using coal
If you look at some of the real great failures countries, they're using wind.
Speaking from the Oval Office today, the president says the money will be used to preserve existing plants and build new ones. New this hour, the United States has imposed new sanctions on Cuba's president today, along with 4 other top officials there. The Treasury Department filing comes as the administration turns up the heat on that country's communist regime. Teachers from all over Georgia are learning more about STEM today during STEMapalooza at Cobb County Schools. Dr. Adam Casey says while this event is for teachers, it's aimed at helping students.
And we work closely with the CTAE department as well to make sure that we put career opportunities in front of each student so they're getting hands-on experiences that may apply to their future careers.
The event runs through tomorrow. Fur Kids Pet Rescue opens a new facility focused on dogs today. CEO Samantha Shelton says they want to increase the number of dogs that they can take in.
They're going to be very comfortable and they're going to thrive in this incredible facility that is going to allow us to better prepare them for their forever homes, which is our ultimate goal.
The new facility includes lots of outdoor space, including easy access to the Big Creek Greenway. They plan to open a new medical center in July to improve access to welfare services. And items that once belonged to the iconic actress Marilyn Monroe generated $2.5 million at auction this week. The auction was held on what would have been her 100th birthday. Among the items for sale were a Christian Dior suit she wore during her honeymoon with Joe DiMaggio, a pair of earrings, and a personal letter from playwright Arthur Miller. It's now 5:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Not fun on 985 northbound through northern Gwinnett County into Hall County, Jonathan. Traffic troopers told me about this, and I see it on the jam cam. Jackknife tractor trailer, 985 northbound at Friendship Road. Left lane is blocked in both directions. This truck has gone through the guard wires into the median. I would consider using Highway 13 as an alternate. Turning my attention over to Cherokee County, travel advisory 575 northbound, just north of Holly Springs Parkway, exit 14. Crash blocking at least one lane. You're already slow back to 6's Road. You can use Highway 5 to avoid that. Causing a few southbound onlooker delays too out of Canton as you leave Highway 140. 75 northbound, that ride's pretty slow through Marietta with delays from South Marietta Parkway stretching up to Wade Green Road, exit number 273 as you make your way out of Kennesaw into Ackworth. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast. Here's WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening with low humidity. Sunset around 8:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, staying dry with a high of 85. The humidity will return by Saturday, so feeling muggy through the afternoon. Partly cloudy, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the mid-80s. Scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Sunday and Monday with highs in the low to mid-80s.
81 degrees in Tequila, 81 in Douglasville, and 83 in Midtown. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
George Stein literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. Let him represent you. GeorgeStein.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in AMCO just as much as I do.
People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to AMCO.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, sufficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned AMCO near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Proud supporters of iPaw Rescue, a nonprofit founded by legendary business activist Carl Icahn, where 100% of donations go to saving dogs' lives. That's AAMCO.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots. Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
I have a suggestion for Jared Yamamoto.
Yes.
I know you have Nightcap and you have Solo Moto, but I think that you should just start a podcast about the Beltline because you are so obsessed with it that it would have to be good. And also I want to find out how many people are really into the Beltline, and I want to be able to. I just think that should be. You give me stories every day, and there's a new one today, but we'll get to it later.
Good. I like the tease here. I actually had one of the council members of the Beltline reach out to me. They DM'd me on Instagram, and they want to come on my Nightcap to talk about the big connection of East and West that's going to be happening next week.
This is what you're so excited about.
I'm very pumped. This is a big deal.
You should start a podcast. You could be Beltline Central.
He needs to do like an Atlanta-based something or other, and then also do sports. I think he comes alive when he talks about sports.
Here we go. Beltline Sports with Jared Yamamoto.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, this weekend, I'm sure you guys are going to be out there. You have, I think it used to be Beats on the Beltline, but now it's called Block on the Beltline, and it's like a whole block party that they're doing this weekend where you can go and listen to live music.
I bet there were some people that showed up to Beats on the Beltline with like salad and feta chicken. Like,
yes. What am I going to do with this wonderful garden salad?
Yeah.
All right. It is time. Do we have? I think we still use a set, huh?
We do.
All right. Let's do it.
Hi, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Paul Stanley's Music News on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
What I love is that I don't know if people notice anymore, but that's the old open of the MTV Music News. The typewriter.
With
What's
Kurt
his name?
Loder.
Kurt
Just
Loder.
MTV
That's
News,
right.
not Music News.
Or
I'm
Tabitha
sorry,
Soren.
That's right. That would be music, television, music news, and that would be stupid. So Paul Stanley, sorry we made you wait around a little bit.
That's all right.
Hopefully you're enjoying the show.
I was taking a nap with Shelley.
I saw who posted that.
That was
Who
me.
posted it?
Well, that was after we got out of the AI conversation. I was going to go and ask Shelley his opinion because usually you do. Usually you walk out of here.
Yeah,
he was knocked out. I'm like, I'm sorry. I need to wake him up.
I did not. Hopefully he is not like hopefully he's not standing like his point of view doesn't represent the point of view of most of the audience during the conversation. We did not grab Shelley Winter. You should ask him if you could make that public because I think it looks hilarious.
Okay.
It made me laugh. But ask him before you put it out there.
Absolutely will.
Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
What's going on in the music news?
All sorts of great news. First things first, though, Ace Frehley's main Kiss guitar, the 1975 Budokan Gibson Les Paul, sold for over $500,000 at auction.
Now, when it says Budokan Les Paul, does that mean the one he played at Budokan, or is there actually a Budokan Les Paul?
No, that's because he played it there. We did 4 shows at Budokan Hall in 1977, which broke attendance records set by another band that Eric likes.
Would that be the Beatles?
The Beatless.
The Beatless? Yeah.
The Beatles.
It was the Beatless.
Yes, it was the Beatles.
It's not a very huge place. I mean, it's when the Beatles played there, it was there were demonstrations. Like people were mad because isn't it what's the sport? What's the wrestling?
Sumo
wrestling, which has this kind of quasi-religious element to it.
It's very exciting.
It's about honor and all of that. And the word so I think the Beatles were the first band to play there. And there were a lot of protests in the streets about it. But then, Cheap Trick has a famous show from there. Bob Dylan has a famous show from there. It turns into live albums a lot, I find, the Budokan shows.
I wish we'd recorded it. We could put one out and make some money.
Yeah, you guys don't have enough of that.
No,
that's for sure.
You never have too much. But he did use it to record Love Gun, and then he played it on stage until 79.
Well, that's fantastic.
So congratulations.
No jokes about Ace because we lost him.
I love Ace. I never joke about him or
I
talk
know
bad
you've.
about him.
Oh, now all of a sudden you've never said anything bad about the other members?
Hindsight is 20/20, and he was wonderful.
Okay, well, there you go. That's how I feel about it. You have any music news that has nothing to do with the band Kiss?
I do. Drake beat Michael Jackson's record for the most number ones by a solo male artist as Janice Staffu debuts the top singles charts.
It's STFU, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get it. I'm an idiot.
Well, he has the most number one singles by a solo male artist. That's pretty cool.
This is.
But it doesn't
really,
matter these days because it's not like it used to be.
They're making it all. He put out 3 albums at once, and so what is he like? 9 of the 10 the top 10 right now is 9 of them are Drake songs.
It's something like that. Let me pull
something
up the Billboard.
like.
What do they do? Count Spotify and iTunes? Is that what they do?
They put that all together, and then so he's released 3 albums. George, you can look this up, or Jared.
He's got
each one of them probably has variants.
He's got number 1, number 4, number 5, and of course an ad starts playing now. Let me number 1, number 4, number 5, at least on the Billboard chart that I can see here.
Before the ads, we can get to the ads. I mean, does anybody really believe that Drake is a bigger superstar than Michael Jackson?
I don't know.
What do these things mean?
Well, listen to this. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, Drake's huge. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, does anybody believe that he's a bigger superstar or the equal superstar to Michael Jackson?
No.
So Drake now ties Rihanna and Taylor Swift for most number ones across all acts with 14 chart toppers. The only other artists ahead of them are Mariah Carey with 19. Now, does anybody believe Mariah Carey is a bigger superstar than Michael Jackson? And of course, the Beatless had 20.
But at least Mariah Carey had SoundScan.
Now the person,
and so did the Beatles.
Yep.
All these other things. That's why these records get toppled all the time. Is because it's a weird mix now. It used to be they would call the record. I mean, they would basically poll record stores all across the country, and they would know how many units were moved. They would know how many, and the charts back then were because so-and-so's record sold more than the other records. Now it's this system between Spotify and iTunes or Apple Music, and then how many they sold and what the projections are. And now you get to put out 4 different versions of the same album, and the people who really love you buy all 4. This time Drake put out 3 albums at once. Has anybody looked it up? Do they all have variants?
I don't know about the variants, but they're the total of 42 tracks. So you're basically taking up almost half of the Hot 100 alone if those chart.
That's
yeah. The only one that is actually real, looking at this chart here, is this Ella Langley. She started a couple years ago and has blown up, and this is all from one album. Her "Choosing Texas" song. That is a real deal. That is actually probably the real number one.
You may be right, but you can't know. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm sorry, Arlo. Go ahead.
I don't mean to be like nihilist or anything, but
yes,
does this really matter anymore?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, especially
it
now
doesn't.
that it's been so muddied with electronic listens, you
Yeah.
know, and
It's
and
a
the fact
PR
that
thing.
music isn't really being consumed in the same way that it was when we first started like recording statistics like this. Like, what's the point?
The point
It's like
is
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Nobody cares like as walking around talking about it. But if you play this game, you get press like this,
Right.
which sells more, and it kind of creates its own gravity. Well, if everybody else, I better be, kind of thing. And so it's a public relations scheme.
It
Now,
really
look,
should only matter within the industry itself and not for us anymore.
I don't even think it should matter for the industry because I think it's all baloney. I
well,
really do.
It is, but they're playing the game at least. Like we're not
Yeah.
playing the game, but we're still talking about other people playing the game, and
And that's
lost
the
all
point.
meaning.
And that's the point. For their public relations, we're talking about Drake's new 3 albums.
And he didn't do the variation con. He kind of stuck with the 3 albums.
Well, he's got 3 albums now. But they're separate. It's not a triple album. They are separate albums that have to be purchased. Right. So,
But there's obvious-
that makes up for that's a
Exactly.
new twist on the variant game.
But to your point, Eric, there is something odd about this chart. The fact that
All right, stop right there. We'll talk about more from Paul Stanley because I got late. Well, no, I got late the last time, and then we came back and only had 30 seconds.
Paul's showing some sass right now.
I'm not. Listen, I am chill.
Paul, you can stay
I'm not
with us.
on tour. I am chill, and I'm
That's
here
right.
as long as you need me.
He rode his bicycle from
On the belt
from
line.
Calabasas.
And I had a mead. I had a glass of mead.
Oh, you did.
Did you enjoy the mead?
No, I spit it out. It was disgusting.
Alex Williams says that unfortunately there is a crash on 575 in Holly Springs.
Yeah, it's made a mess of this ride as well, Eric. Usually not a bad ride on I-575 northbound as you head up through Holly Springs into Canton. Not so today. You got this crash. Think it's been in the left lane just north of Holly Springs Parkway, exit 14. You're stacked up back to Sixes Road. Think about Highway 5, Bells Ferry, a couple of alternates you can use there. And a big jam on 985 north through Gwinnett County into Hall County. Jackknife tractor trailer at Friendship Road, exit 8. It's in the median. They got the left lane blocked in both directions. Northbound delays start at Highway 20 Buford Drive. Southbound jams in at Spout Springs Road. Highway 13, the best alternate to get you around that issue there between Gwinnett and Hall counties. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple Team Traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down. We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Want a truly healthy home? Keep it free of bugs and critters. Breda helps protect your home inside and out. A healthy home is a Breda home.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Friday, June 12th, Red Clay in Duluth will step back in time with the Chi-Town Transit Authority, a tribute to the music of Chicago. Chi-Town features a tight horn section along with the dynamic vocal harmonies that Chicago is famous for. Experience Chi-Town Transit Authority, a tribute to the music of Chicago at Red Clay in Duluth on Friday, June 12th at 8 p.m. Tickets on sale now and going fast at ChiTownBand.com. That's ChiTownBand.com.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Heavy rains and storms recently dumped a lot of water on Atlanta area homes in a very short time. Quite a stress test for your roof, and another reminder that your roof is the first line of defense to keep water out and protect everything you own and love. Hey, it's Dave Baker for Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, and the only roofer I trust. A few hours of severe downpours can expose leaks from years of wear and tear. After storms like this, think of Findlay first. They've replaced over 65,000 roofs locally with high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay makes it easy with 0% financing and roof replacement starting at just $139 per month. So if our recent storms have led to water inside your home, or if you just want peace of mind, get started with your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
I'm forecasting more daylight and bigger views with a 100% chance of a smaller name. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. Same amazing local people and same Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows. They're 8 times stronger than vinyl with slimmer frames that brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Well, that's Cynthia Erivo. She really does seem to have a lot of confidence. She really seems like she's really into herself.
It's those nails, man. Those nails give you confidence.
She could scratch your back.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Confidence was the wrong word. I was struggling for the word arrogant. I think it's the word I was looking for. She just really seems to be enamored with herself. Like that's the whole look anyway, right? Maybe she's the nicest person in the world. I don't know. Maybe that's like is that her brand? It's like the way they teach models to walk down the runway, and you're supposed to look like you're stuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get whenever. The only reason I'm bringing it up is it's on the side of this story that we were just talking about Drake, and you know how they have the little side stories, and it's just like these people are. I mean, this is a successful person, right? This is a very successful person. But there's this thing about I've got to present myself as having being a victim, I guess. I don't know. The thing is, the headline is how Cynthia Erivo survived Wicked and thrived. What? Survived
The
Wicked?
money
Wasn't
probably
it?
helped.
I'm thinking that the money helped. I don't know if she's a millionaire. Maybe she is. Maybe she isn't. But she's doing better than most people listening to me right now.
I just looked
she's
it
doing
up.
better than me.
I looked it up, Eric. It turns out only Ariana Grande got paid, not Cynthia.
Oh, okay. Well, then she certainly did survive.
Right, Ariana?
They're not buying food with their money.
Am I wrong? You survive a tornado.
Yeah.
You survive an earthquake.
Did she say that she survived it? Or
No,
did
it's
they put
I
that
don't
on
know,
there?
but it's you know, these stories that end up in these access things, they come from their camp. That's how this game is played. You know, the movie. There's not a movie with her coming out that you talk about her all the time. So that your press agent finds reasons and angles to get you in the news that day. So you remain relevant. So the next time you're up for a contract, you can make more money and all that. And I guess, you know, talking about how you survived a wildly popular film. Well, some people were mean online. I've got news for you. I don't care who you are, what your gender is, where you come from, or what your background is. It's 2026. No matter what you do, people are going to come after you online. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
So everybody, Cynthia, who was there was an actress we were talking about, the girl from Supergirl.
Millie Alcock.
Stop engaging online. The people around you that are telling you that you have to do that are wrong. They get paid to say stupid things like that to you. You don't have to engage. When you engage with your fans, it's always going to end up bad. And you're not going to do anything for yourself. You're not going to, hey, my favorite actress, responded to me online. You know, what, one by one, you're going to build a fan base that way? Pick good scripts, make good movies, do it the old-fashioned way. If you're going to be online as an actor, you're going to see that not everybody loves you and some people are quite mean about you. But if you're not online, out of sight, out of mind. 985 North is a parking lot through Buford. Stick around, Paul Stanley.
We are very slow. That is correct, Eric. 985 northbound. The brake lights grab you right at Highway 20 and Buford Drive, exit 4. All due to this travel advisory. Jackknife tractor trailer crash through the guardrails in the median at Friendship Road, exit 8. Only a right lane is open. They had the left lane blocked southbound. That has since reopened, but to avoid that big northbound jam, use Highway 13. Travel advisory number 2 up in Holly Springs. Crash 575 northbound, just north of Highway 1 for Holly Springs Parkway, exit 14. Approaching Highway 140. Those delays started before 6's Road. Highway 5, the best bet to save you time there. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Great service starts with great people. Chris Chandler with one of those great people. It's Josh Brooker, local owner of TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
It's not just the fully stocked trucks or having the right tools. Our people make the difference. So we hire kind, honest, hardworking technicians and then spend hundreds of hours training them on the TE Certified way.
TE certified, we love your home.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a diamond sourcing expert, I'll tell you just how differently we source our diamonds so your engagement ring can be the most beautiful. We work directly with our diamond partners who reserve the best stones just for us. We handpick and inspect each diamond, then negotiate the best price. At Shane Company, we believe this is the only way to properly buy a diamond, because a friend goes the extra mile to make sure you get your dream diamond at your dream price. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
You can sell your home the old way, wait for offers, deal with constant showings, juggle timelines, and hope everything works out. Or you can use Orchard. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Orchard gives you cash up front from your current home so you can buy your next one first. That means no rushing, no double moves, and no scrambling to line up two closings at the same time. Once you've moved into your new home, Orchard handles the rest. They take care of repairs, upgrades, staging, and professional marketing designed to help your old home sell for top dollar. And when it sells, you get the proceeds, your second payout. It's a simpler, more flexible way to move that gives you more control and less stress from start to finish. Thousands of homeowners are already making the switch to Orchard. Start with a free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 6 o'clock. I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news is brought to you by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story. The federal government launches an investigation into MARTA's safety plan on the heels of 2 recent attacks on MARTA property.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says every American should be disturbed by the horrific crime scene on MARTA in the last month. Now, he's referencing the stabbing death of a great-grandmother and another stabbing that injured a man. The Federal Transit Authority says it's initiating an audit to determine whether or not there are conditions that endanger transit workers and passengers on the MARTA system. The probe will review the transit agency's security spending and safety protocols. MARTA says it's cooperating with federal officials, saying the safety and security of its customers and workers is its #1 priority. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
We have 83 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. Fair skies with lows in the 50s tonight. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. New this hour, after a lot of back and forth with Cobb County, the city of Mableton announces that they're beginning development of their own public safety division. The mayor and city council say they're looking to start working on establishing an independent public safety division for the city, which would include law enforcement services. There will be a town hall on the issue next Monday, June 15th. A woman wanted on murder charges here in Atlanta is arrested in Clay County, North Carolina. Investigators with the U.S. Marshals Service arrested Nicole Marie Filippi this week. She's awaiting extradition back to Georgia to face a second-degree murder charge in connection with the death of a 4-year-old child. The dreaded New World screwworm has been detected in a calf on a ranch in Texas. U.S. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says they are working to contain it.
The food supply is not compromised at all. This is not a disease. It is not a virus. It is simply an insect that lands in a wound and lays eggs that like to eat the flesh around the wound.
She says they are increasing resources in the area to respond. Roswell fire crews helped rescue a child who fell into Vickery Creek today. The department says the child was hiking with family when they fell down an embankment and couldn't get back up. First responders used an inflatable boat to reach the child and reunite the family. Department spokesman Chad Miller says you need to be careful around the creek.
There are a bunch of steep banks, slip rocks, and uneven footing near the water that catch people off guard.
He says you should always stay on designated trails. First-time unemployment claims were on the rise last week. Numbers out from the Labor Department show 225,000 people filed first-time jobless claims for the week ending May 30th. That's up 13,000 from the previous week and above most expectations of 212,000. The Points Guy's Best U.S. Airlines of 2026 rankings are out, and Atlanta-based Delta is now ranked number 1 for the 8th year in a row. Delta was noted for its on-time record and overall travel experience. Coming in at number 2 was United, followed by Southwest Airlines. Fur Kids is expanding its rescue outreach with a new shelter focused on saving more dogs from kill shelters.
The Sutherland Dog Shelter is roughly the size of an airplane hangar and can fit up to 135 dogs. 50 are moving in, and each one gets their own room instead of a cage. Fur Kids CEO Samantha Shelton says they save over 5,000 animals a year, but 3/4 of those animals are cats.
And we want to do more for dogs, and this is the first step for us to be able to do that.
Fur Kids is building a new medical center to provide services to shelter animals needing surgery or treatment for infections like ringworm or parvo. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
And a museum in Savannah welcomes a truckload of treasures from the earliest period of U.S. history. 17 cannons that experts believe sank to the bottom of the Savannah River during the American Revolution. Andrea Farmer, an archaeologist with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, says they are very excited to put them on display.
They look brand new. They look like they would have in the 1700s. They put a coating of paint and wax on them, so they could pretty much be fired if someone wanted to.
The artifacts were discovered in 2021 during a project to deepen the Savannah River. It's 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes, but first, WSB Triple Team Traffic starts with Alex Williams.
A little better news up in Cherokee County. Jonathan, the crash cleared 575 northbound past Holly Springs Parkway, so the delays back towards Sixes Road are starting to thin out. Hang in there if you're stuck in the backup. It's about to get better. If you're traveling downtown, that's not getting better. 400 southbound, still a mess. Right around the Lenox Road, the delays stick with you onto 85 and 75-85 south all the way down to I-20. Not any better northbound. 75-85 northbound jammed in from Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. And all that traffic on I-20 West trying to get onto the connector. It's stacked up from Moreland Avenue over to I-75-85 exit number 57. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening with low humidity. Sunset around 8:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, staying dry with a high of 85. The humidity will return by Saturday, so feeling muggy through the afternoon. Partly cloudy, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the mid-80s. Scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Sunday and Monday with highs in the low to mid-80s.
81 degrees in Johns Creek, 81 in South Fulton, and 83 here in Midtown. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now, and people are... Can I just say something very quickly? I'm doing the show from home. My wife is watching this ridiculous reality show.
What's it called?
Perfect Match.
Oh boy.
Anybody familiar? Anybody?
Yes.
Anyone
yes.
familiar with
on?
this Perfect Match? Huh?
What's it on?
Yeah, I have no idea. But it's
Netflix.
there's some people from Love Is Blind are on there. My wife was telling me, and some people are over here. But I just will say this: that I am so glad. You'd think at my age I would just be like, man, I wish I was young. Like between the music and this kind of stuff, I'm not. I'm perfectly happy to be 62 years of age and to have lived my youth with the programming that was around me at the time. But other than that, well, look, just listening to snippets of this, I cannot imagine being in my 20s or late teens and dating these days. To me, it would just be like, so. I'm very interesting. Let me tell you about myself for 15 minutes. Just like, how do people deal with that? I mean, I know you're married now, Jared. George, you probably have to deal. Is there a lot of this?
No, not really. It just depends on who you're hanging out with. I mean, what crowds you're with. If you're with a vapid crowd like that, then yeah, that's going to happen. But I mean, like, we surround ourselves with people that, at least Tina and I, we surround ourselves with different friend groups that can have conversations about all kinds of different things.
Yeah, you're talking about not Jared, like Eric, the people that you're looking at on Perfect Match are a subcategory of idiots.
Yes. Yeah, but there's a lot of shows like that. It's not
there's a lot of desperate people that want fame and things, but that's not the norm.
So, but it must have. If you're 15 and you watch stuff on TV, you do kind of pick up, if you like people, you pick up their affectations and the way that they. I mean, that's how I was. I mean, I was enamored with rock stars and lead singers, and I wanted to dress like that, and I wanted to. That it doesn't have that kind of effect on people. That if I'm 15 and I see this kind of stuff, and everybody else that I think is really great and successful, I think
the biggest thing that I notice in my friend groups that I think is so silly is, especially amongst our lady friends, where they like to
lady friends,
where they like to
welcome to lady friends,
lady friends,
gentlemen.
Lady friends.
All right, go ahead.
They like to do the fake unboxing, and I have to explain to them. I'm like, look, these companies pay influencers to unbox these items. I don't know why.
What
you
is
think
interesting about watching somebody open an item that you cannot use?
That I don't understand, but I do.
Eric, don't you watch people open like Beatles albums and do things with them?
Not really. If I'm interested in something, hold on. There is. I will watch them just because like it's a channel that I watch, but I'm not. No, I'm not. Now there have been times where I thought, am I going to buy this? And then it's like kind of a consumer thing. Well, what's in there?
Yes,
but
so maybe some
but
people
I've seen
watching
people
because they're going to buy it.
But I've seen people unbox like one single album. What is it? I know what that's going to look like. It's going to have an album inside. I mean, that's kind of silly. I mean, if it's a huge box set and it costs $250, sure, I want to take a look at what's inside of it. But some that say it's just, for the most part, it just seems somewhat vapid. So what you're saying is that the vapid people are the people they choose to be on television.
Yeah, I think so. I think that they're looking for fame. That's what Autumn brought up. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely looking for fame, and it also hits a bit of the younger generation now too. You're thinking about people that are, I guess, that speak like that. And even then, I'm painting with a broad brush. There are a lot of very smart people that are under the age of 25.
It would affect me if I'm honest, and I think back to when I was 13, 14, 15, and the entertainers, mostly rock stars, that I liked. Watching them, I wanted to be like them. They were the people that and so, yeah, if I heard that they were kind of talking this way or that way, I would begin to kind of adopt, that sort of thing.
Sure, but that's an immature perspective. And as you get older and mature, you realize that like, oh, I'm not that. You know what I mean?
Sure,
like you try them on.
And are 16-year-olds watching this show?
And that's probably, but I don't know.
Women
I don't
like
know.
your,
I don't.
Your wife and me.
I don't hang around with 16-year-olds, so
I don't think they're watching stuff like that. Honestly,
I don't either. I think it's grown-ups.
Then why do they keep making it?
For grown-ups, not for.
Well,
children,
I know, but kids are watching it. They're watching the same type of thing, but they can't watch anything that lasts more than a minute. So I don't know that that's a. I don't know that that's a great thing.
I mean, my daughter watches 3-hour-long things of this person playing a video game.
Yeah, okay, that's wasted 3 hours.
It's just what you're into.
Okay, I get it. I get it, but it's 3 hours. of and I guess the thing you're right. There's nothing wrong because I'm saying that I did the same thing
Sure.
with the people that I was enamored with. I would say that when you start hearing people speak in a way that has like every other word and so that's hard to get out of your system. If you do that for 2 or 3 years in your normal day conversations, and then you get older and think, oh, I'm not that person, that is very difficult. It's very difficult to kick affectations that you have in the way that you speak. So what I'm saying is
So
like and so. I'm not going to go too far. I'm just saying, if I was 23 or 24, I cannot imagine being on a date with somebody who's and wants to tell me about her journey, which I would be not interested in.
I think vapid people have always
I
been
wouldn't be
vapid
interested in
people.
mine at that point.
The most annoying millennial is more annoying than the most annoying person from another generation.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Even Gen Z.
Yes, I think we kind of capped the annoying stuff.
The tide's going back out. The tide was going back out.
I don't know.
All he said was the most annoying millennial.
Okay. Yeah,
he didn't say
top.
all
And I
millennials.
think a show like Perfect Match is definitely fishing for those in that pool of most annoying millennials.
Most annoying, yeah. And of course, my wife is a millennial. Autumn thinks I'm gross because I'm 62 because I'm married to a millennial. But that's okay.
No,
She's an older millennial.
She's a much older millennial.
She's almost
I think
40.
She's in the old,
Really
she's in
old
the-
millennial.
Yeah, she's the old millennial. She
Yeah.
got the old millennial spirit. But all right, we're supposed to be doing music news from Paul Stanley. I really have been roughing you up there today.
Listen,
I,
I
hope you're enjoying
go
yourself,
with
Paul
the
Stanley.
flow. I'm having a good time.
My sister
chilled
texted me,
out.
Paul. She's in 285 traffic. She said, "It sounds like you're smoking or smoking over there. You good? You okay?"
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe her question was, "What's Paul Stanley smoking?"
Why would I have to be smoking? Because I'm calm? Is that why?
I don't know.
I think she doesn't understand it. She's heard, once you remove the stresses of making the next album and the next tour, am I right, Paul Stanley?
All I do is make spaghetti pasta by myself in my machine and ride my bike in Calabasas.
And one other thing you do is deliver the music news. So what do you got?
Well, this is breaking news. Taylor Swift has praised Paul McCartney after he put out a new record.
It's
What?
so
That's new?
cute.
Well, she showed public support. There you go. The Boys of Dungeon Lane.
I'm starting to. You like that album, huh?
Yeah, he did such a good job. Wow.
Why do you give it like a metal album name? You'd think it's going to rock. I put it on. I thought it was going to be shredding, and it's like, oh, okay.
Because you saw the word dungeon.
Yeah, the Boys of Dungeon Lane. It's like, awesome. Let's rock.
Well, because down the lane is where we used to hang out.
That's where the boys
Down
are.
to the sea,
Yeah, why didn't you just call it, hey, I grew up in Liverpool?
Well, it's not rock and roll, is it?
I like that. We have Paula McCartney and Paul McCartney.
Ferry cross the Mersey or whatever.
It's building. I will say this about this album that I've been listening to since it's been almost a week now. I have to say, I'm trying to be as honest as I can with myself, being a ridiculous Beatles fan. And I have to say this, although I'm critical of certain things, the reality is, so what was it? His last album was called 3, and the one before that was called Egypt Station.
4.
You went backwards, up and down.
The last album, right, was 3, and the one before that was Egypt Station. And I listened to both of them, and with both of them, it was like, okay, I listened a couple of times, and when I moved away, there was nothing that I remembered. I do have to give it to McCartney on this one. There's like 3 earworms where I'm walking around or I'm making coffee that come into my head. So at the very least, what I can say is it's better than his last 2 albums. that's what. And the opening song, it's becoming. I was complaining about it, I think, on Monday. Now it's an earworm. So I don't know. That's where I will leave it. How is it being reviewed? I don't look at any reviews of it because I think that there are people who are going to say it's great no matter what, like Taylor Swift.
Oh, it was so cute.
She likes old guys putting out music. How about ones that have chest hair that are sexy?
Yeah, how about that, Taylor?
It's fine.
Well, she didn't seem so excited about. Paul Stanley's got albums. You could be out there promoting.
Lick it up. Lick it up.
Well,
You like that one? I know Travis likes that song.
Hey, can you do that? Can you do me do Lick It Up as current Paul McCartney voice?
Lick it up. Pick it up. Whoa, you got it right now. It's a great song.
He's got this earworm on there. I don't even know if I like the songs, but they're earworms. Like there's
Well,
one
you're kind of doing the like 80s, 90s radio thing where it's like they just play it over and over.
Right.
And you just get so used to it, you don't really know if you like it or not. You just know it, so it feels
my point.
right.
You are correct, but my point is the last two albums I didn't do that to get myself to that. I didn't play them over and over the way that I'm playing this one.
Maybe that's a testament to say that album was good and you could decide, or that album was bad, so you decided.
So
and this
my
is like,
point, but my point
not
is, then I have to start coming to the conclusion that this album is good and I like it. So
How about this? It's just not bad.
That's where no, it's more than that. It's clever. There's a lot of, listen, this is very smart for the producer to do, was to remember that he's not just a voice. He's a songwriter. He's a musician. He has a sound with his guitar. He has a classic sound with his guitar. And so you've gotten all of that. And it's the most, you got to say, it's the most Beatles-like thing that he's done in a long time, in a while. But that's where I am. I'm cautiously enjoying the album. What a review. What a review. I'm cautiously.
If I made you dinner and you I can't decide. I don't know. Is this good? Do I like this meal?
No, it is good. I just don't know if the things that are bothering me make it not good. There's a lot of good on it.
Again.
No, but
I'd be so disappointed if you hated my dinner.
But
that's the kind of stuff you said about it.
but I mean, you as a huge Beatles fan won't even give it 40 minutes of your life.
No,
which I
not
find
interested.
I don't think that's fair. How do you know there isn't one song on there that you'll go, wow?
I don't need more Beatles. I don't need more Paul. I got it.
Who doesn't need more?
I got it, and I don't want to sully.
I'd love to have another one.
I don't want to sully the soup in my brain of Paul McCartney because I like Paul McCartney and I like Wings and I like the Beatles.
I get that.
So,
I get that because I'm unlike a lot of people who hate what happened to the Terminator series. I only saw the first two, so
perfect.
To me, it was never
Stay
sullied.
right there.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I'll give 3 a chance.
3's not bad. 3 has its moments, but it didn't give me earworms, which is good.
I
like
meant Terminator.
RFK Jr., I'd be walking around with telling people
I
about
meant Terminator 3, not the album 3.
There are delays on 285 in DeKalb, so says Alex Williams.
Yeah, still watching the slow ride, 285 eastbound, Eric. It's gotten a little bit better, but you're going to see the brake lights and be in them as you leave Georgia 400 into Dunwoody over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then it improves just briefly through Dorville. Southbound's going to bunch up again, leaving I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Heads up out of Midtown through Northwest Atlanta. Just found some pretty heavy police activity. I-75 northbound at Moores Mill Road, exit, or just before Moores Mill Road, exit 254. Just one right lane block, but delays quickly filling in behind that. Back to Howell Mill Northside Drive. And if you're traveling on I-85 southbound into town, you're stacked up from the Cheshire Bridge Lennox Road area. Brake lights stay with you on 75-85 south passing Georgia Tech. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save on organics at Whole Foods Market. Get organic black, red, and green seedless grapes for $4.89 per pound with Prime through June 9th while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Get your medical questions answered with the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital. This Sunday, we'll be joined by Dr. Nathaniel Lytle, a bariatric surgery specialist that will discuss GLP-1 medications versus weight loss surgery and expectations of weight loss surgery. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital on 95.5 WSB.
This is John Smoltz. I spent over 20 years pitching in the big leagues, and believe me, the damage I did back then, well, I'm paying for it now. My shoulders, my knees, my elbow. Some days it feels like they've all had enough, and I know I'm not the only one. Maybe for you, it's climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, or keeping up with your kids or grandkids. Joint pain has a way of stealing the things you love the most. Here's the truth. Surgery isn't always the answer. It can be risky. It takes forever to recover, and there's no guarantee you'll come out better on the other side. That's why I went to QC Kinetics. Their regenerative medicine works with your body's own healing power to repair and restore your joints. It calms the inflammation, reduces pain, and helps get you moving again without surgery or harmful drugs. I am not about to sit on the sidelines. Thanks to QC Kinetics, I don't have to, and neither do you. Call QC Kinetics today and get your life back. the natural way.
Call today for your free consultation. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peachtree, Atlanta, Georgia. Thou pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
The best trips are the ones you share. So get the whole family together to hike the trails, walk alongside dinosaurs, enjoy thrill rides at Dollywood, relax in a lazy river, and cheer for dinner shows, all in Pigeon Forge. Just visit the Great Smoky Mountains for incredible adventures and unforgettable memories that everyone will want to be a part of. Join the fun and plan your summer trip today at mypigeonforge.com.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Is Alex Williams around, or is he in the
I'm here.
traffic center?
There he
Alex?
is. There he is.
I have to apologize because I just realized. Do you know that I have a reason to apologize to you?
I wasn't going to say anything.
So when I do the show from home, we have a text thread, you, Jared, myself, and I put it on the iPad because I can see it. And obviously I must have hit the iPad. And so for the last couple, I've been actually giving you the tosses from Wednesday, May 6th. And I apologize.
Hey, I'm just rolling with it.
He's
We can
rolling
make it
with So I probably freaked some people out with my delays on 285 and Decatur. I apologize to you and the audience. My hand must have hit it, and I was just reading from a different day. All right, Alex.
No worries at all, my friend.
That bridge over 85. What happened?
We are your information station, ladies and gentlemen.
Just shows you that traffic during afternoon drive is always bad. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's always bad. I mean, one part I thought maybe I don't even have to bring it up because I thought, well, it probably is bad anyway.
Yeah, it's the truth.
But I missed a couple of things. There was a big crash on 985 North and North and Gwinnett, and that's a big deal. And I missed that by giving you. But one thing I can say is the last couple of tosses to Alex, as far as Wednesday, May 6th is concerned, it was all true.
Yeah.
So you can't call me a liar necessarily. All right, Paul, you got anything else you want to say? Oh, you've been here for a while, and I've been bringing you in, taking you out,
Let's
Paul
see.
Stanley.
Taylor Swift's new song from Toy Story 5, I Knew It, I Knew You, is a return to country.
Oh, really? Is this going to knock Drake, one of the 19 songs? Drake right now actually has 19 songs in the top 10. Is there any chance that Taylor Swift will take one of those spots?
Well, there's a bunch of different versions of this single, so
100% she's going to take it. And also, this is how you know the chart's messed up. I meant to bring this up earlier. I was looking at the top 10 now, and Man I Need by Olivia Dean is still in the top 10, and she really picked it up. Olivia Dean really got big during the Grammys, and that was forever.
Yeah, I remember.
Who's that?
Yeah. Somebody you can't go near. All right, you old man.
Why, is she 18? I can go anywhere I want.
Was she a model?
Now listen, Gina.
Yeah.
He's not gay.
All right, let's not get back into the whole pirate conversation.
Pirates?
All right, let me make sure that the iPad is where it needs to be because this is important. Alex, you can tell people whether I'm right or wrong, but it looks like the shutdown 985 North in Gwinnett is still on.
It is, Eric, but as always, you bring a little bit of good luck with you, my friend, because as I speak, they just readjusted this fire truck that was stretched across both lanes of 985 northbound at Friendship Road, exit 8. They had to get some more equipment on scene for this jackknife tractor trailer that went through the guardrails in the median. So the right lane is back open, but I would still treat it as though it's shut down because 985 northbound is just a huge mess. Back before Buford Drive, Highway 13, Buford Drive, or Buford Highway, I should say, that's your best alternate to get around that. Elsewhere on I-85 northbound, we're still watching some moderate volume out of DeKalb and Gwinnett from Chamblee Tucker up toward around Indian Trail. Then a few more scattered delays out of Duluth into Suwanee. Traffic brought to you by ReliableAir.com. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate. And there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Atlanta at 404-480-9606, 404-480-9606. That's 404-480-9606. All surgical treatments carry risks and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationatlanta.com.
Kick off the summer stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. In a shifting market, selling your home shouldn't add more stress. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you don't have to worry about repainting your scuffed up walls or fixing your leaky faucet. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer program allows you to bypass the market, receive an all-cash offer, and close in as little as 21 days. Take it from one of their clients, Selena, who said Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. With over 13,000 five-star reviews, you can trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for top dollar. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Georgia Power is here to help businesses save with quick efficiency tips, like converting exit signs and other lights to LEDs and scheduling yearly building inspections now so you can find ways to save right away. We're here for you so you can be there for your community. Visit georgiapower.com to get started.
If you've been taught that all bread is unhealthy, I'm here to tell you not if it's real bread. Hi, I'm Sue Becker from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. If you're struggling with weight gain, high cholesterol, constipation, even warts, or kids who seem to be constantly sick, come visit us at the Bread Becker store in Woodstock, where we have taught thousands of customers that real bread might be their healthy solution. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of real whole grains and bread. I discovered that store-bought bread has had most of the nutrients in the grain removed during milling, and yes, even packages labeled 100% whole wheat. Make a healthy eating change in your life at Bread Beckers in Woodstock. We'll show you how bread, but only real bread, might be the answer to your family's physical ills. The Bread Beckers.
Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 6:30. I'm Jonathan O'Brien. This news brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate, our top local story. The Fulton County Board of Assessors approves its tax rates for this year, including a new way to appraise data centers. Here's a report all new at 6:30.
The plan increases the county's overall tax digest to $5 billion. Chairman Lee Morris says each property will get a notice of assessment on June 16th to see their new appraisals.
Our appraisers looked at an
income kind of approach for the data centers that's based on the megawatts that are generated out of it.
Each property owner can appeal. Morris says this could bring in around $46 million in additional revenue for county operations. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. Fair skies with lows in the 50s tonight. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. 2 workers were hit while working along I-85 near the airport this afternoon. The contractors of the Georgia Department of Transportation were injured when a vehicle hit them near the Virginia Avenue exit. The Georgia State Patrol is handling the investigation. We have a call out to them and are awaiting their response. Federal and local law enforcement officials in Atlanta say the streets are safer as one of APD's most wanted pleads guilty to a federal firearms charge.
He's a convicted felon several times over. 25-year-old Marcus Liddell Molden Jr. just added another conviction to his rap sheet, pleading guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm. He hit the Atlanta Police top 5 most wanted last summer. Then in July, APD and federal officers saw him climb into someone's car with a gun in his waistband. When the car was pulled over, they found Molden's Glock, modified with a 22-round magazine and a device to make it shoot like a machine gun. Molden faces federal sentencing in September. The 25-year-old's gang-related charges are pending in Fulton County. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The Federal Transit Authority has launched an investigation into the safety on MARTA after 2 recent stabbings at their stations. On social media, MARTA's interim CEO Jonathan Hunt says they are taking these cases seriously.
We are committed at MARTA to enhancing these efforts, including more officers in the stations, on the train platforms, and on train patrols.
Hunt says investments into MARTA Hope is also increasing to assist riders who are dealing with mental health issues or homelessness so they can get the help that they need. President Trump is blasting the 4 congressional Republicans who sided with Democrats to advance a war powers resolution in the U.S. House aimed at ending military action in Iran. Correspondent Karen Travers is following from the White House.
He called it a meaningless vote. He accused the Republicans, 4 of them that joined those Democrats, to vote for this resolution. He called them grandstanders, and he has said that this is going to complicate his efforts to reach a final agreement with Iran.
The measure now advances to the GOP-controlled Senate. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton is expected to plead guilty on charges that he illegally retained classified documents. Correspondent Catherine Falders is following.
We do expect him to enter this plea at some point, which obviously he would need to revise. We are getting indications that he will have a rearrangement, if you will. That is scheduled for later this month on June 26th, where we're told that's where he intends to enter this plea deal.
The plea deal also reportedly will include a $2 million fine. Cobb County Schools is hosting teachers from all over Georgia for STEAM-a-Palooza, where educators learn from each other about how to better teach topics like science and technology. Dr. Adam Casey says they have a lot of hands-on workshops.
3D printers, we have heat presses, we have 3D modeling and laser cutters going on.
Educators can also learn about how to write grants and find funding to bring these types of technologies into their own school district. Move over Walmart. There's a new company atop the Fortune 500 list.
For 13 years, Walmart has claimed the #1 spot on the Fortune 500 list. But now, for the first time since 2013, there's a new company up there. And it should surprise no one that it's Amazon. The Fortune 500 ranks companies based on revenue, and in 2025, Amazon's revenue grew by 12%, thanks in part to its growing web services, cloud computing, and advertising businesses.
Sherry Preston reports Walmart is on top when it comes to retail. It's 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams is watching those roads in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Yeah, just off the phone with traffic troopers in Gwinnett County. They say it's still a parking lot, Jonathan, on 985 northbound up through Buford due to that jackknife tractor trailer crash cleanup where the truck went through the guardrails in the median at Friendship Road exit 8. Only a right lane is open. Highway 13 is going to be your best alternate to get you around that. Now a travel advisory through northwest Atlanta. Police activity in 2 right lanes, 75 northbound before Moores Mill Road, exit 254. That is going to slow the ride out of Midtown. Use Northside Drive or Howell Mill as some alternates to get you up to Moores Mill, and you can hop back on I-75 north past those delays. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening with low humidity. Sunset around 8:45. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, staying dry with a high of 85. The humidity will return by Saturday, so feeling muggy through the afternoon. Partly cloudy, morning lows in the mid-60s, daytime highs in the mid-80s. Scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Sunday and Monday with highs in the low to mid-80s.
81 degrees in Vinings, 80 in Lovejoy, and 83 degrees here in Midtown. More news coming up at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Your garage door struggles. Your windows are drafty. Your front door's outdated. We feel your pain. Every opening of your home is ready to be upgraded. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Updating every opening of your home will improve your curb appeal and lower your energy bills. With flexible financing and payment options, you can start saving right now. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, Delta Classical Concerts featuring music director Nathalie Stutzman, conducting Mahler's powerful Resurrection, Symphony No. 2. The Grammy Award-winning ASO Chorus joins an orchestra of epic proportions for Mahler's exploration of life's meaning. Don't miss Stutzman conducting Mahler's Resurrection Symphony on June 4th, 6th, and 7th at Symphony Hall. Tickets at aso.org.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell funds.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big, because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
I love you more than I ever did before. Let's carry on making ripples in a pond. That's my earworm right now. Although I can't sing and I have no sense of melody.
Neither can Paul. You guys are.
Yeah, but he still has a sense of melody.
And that's true.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. You say it's your birthday.
What is it? I love you more than I ever did before. The feeling grows and grows. Let's carry on making ripples in a pond, and we'll see how far it goes. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo-de-doo-de-doo.
Taylor Swift says it's very cute.
It's really cute. Oh, he's trying so hard.
Hate is good. Hate.
You're doing such a good job.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
That's right. Shake It Off is one of my songs.
I love
it. Jared Yamamoto, who I believe should start a podcast about the Beltline because he is obsessed with it. I would say
it is the most influential. It's the most influential urban project that has happened to Atlanta in my lifetime, hands down.
Oh,
no, nothing's close
influenced
to it.
you
for sure.
Hands
There's no question
down.
about
Wait
it.
a minute. In your lifetime,
in my lifetime,
anything that has been done, including GDOT or anything, in your
the
entire
trolley,
lifetime.
Jared, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, there's nothing close. Think of something better. Exactly.
Yeah,
The
we know
trolley
the trolley saved the city.
It's the
Am I right,
streetcar.
Autumn?
Thank you very much. Streetcar.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
the
even know. You
streetcar.
can't even. You don't even know the name of it.
You don't get stabbed on the trolley, at least.
On the streetcar
Because there's nobody there.
Right. It's the safest place in town.
Hey, that's a statistic. I'll take it.
Hey, throw it out there. Yeah. So what is it about the Beltline you're so excited about today? Because he sends me these AJC things, and I have friends over at the AJC, but I don't have the subscription.
Oh, you don't
So
support
I
them.
can only see The headline is Atlanta Beltline study biased toward autonomous shuttles.
Yeah,
complaint alleges.
So there's a couple angles here. So number one, during the World Cup, they've now introduced an autonomous shuttle that goes from the West End, like near where all those breweries and bars are over there.
Mean?
And it goes.
What is it? By the way, good question. How come we don't call these robo shuttles if we call the other things robo taxis?
Oh, it means it's a robot.
That's a good question. It would be the same thing, but it basically is an autonomous or robo taxi that takes you from the West End into downtown. And the reason why people are upset is because they were supposed to do
No
Beltline.
drivers to harass.
They were supposed to do Beltline Rail from the West End all the way into
some
downtown.
dude doesn't want Beltline Rail.
Yeah, that's the guy who used to be the former owner of us and now is the owner of the AJC, and he has been speaking out very highly.
He's very against what against
light rail.
Against light rail next to the Beltline, and there's just all these promises going into the World Cup this year that we were going to have at least some kind of light rail over on the east side of town. Obviously, the businesses jumped in, stopped it over on that side of town.
Why do we need that when the point of the Beltline is for it to be walkable? The whole thing is about it being walkable.
Well, it is 22 miles, Autumn. So, like, if you were to have...
Excuse me, don't say my name after you make a point.
If you...
How dare you? What are you, my mother?
That is your
what
name.
What you should have done is say, don't say my name after you make a point, Jared.
Yes.
Yeah, shoot, man.
All right, let's roll it back. Let's roll it back.
Shouldn't they have more police on it, on bicycles 24/7?
Well, that's going to be the real question, is because
they have cameras.
Next week you have the big deal where you're going to connect
autonomous police.
The west side and the east
side.
Well,
they have
together.
those dogs. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Next week on Friday you will have the full connection between the 8 miles on the west side and the 7 miles on the east side. That's going to be tremendous. This is what they've been trying to get done before the World Cup. But to your point, though, they can't monitor that entire stretch of it. So I wonder...
Just knowing that they're there, though, would be more of a detriment than there's cameras up there.
You would do it this way. It is 22 miles, and I don't know if... Do police have e-bikes yet?
They are on bikes. I don't know if they're e-bikes.
Man, I'm not expecting a cop to do 22 miles in a loop.
And remember,
but I'm saying maybe get them if you had, okay, it's 22 miles. Let's say you have 6 cops, right? And they're positioned however miles apart that there would be somebody within a vicinity, right?
Yeah.
And you just, during their shift, it could just take 6 cops. And Andrews is right, which is just the fact that I would do it like the way that it's done on subway cars in New York City, where cops just keep walking, right? They just keep walking from car to car, and then they turn around and they walk back. And it's just, could they be overwhelmed? Sure they could, but you get rid of 95% of the problems just knowing that they're there.
Get a big guy or gal twirling the billy club, like the old walking the beat, walking the beat in a friendly way.
In movie?
A friendly way.
I think we need e-bikes for 22 miles.
I was going to say, wouldn't this be just like a street? Like, why wouldn't they patrol it or man it?
But
like
you can't patrol it because the way that it is, though, you can't, especially at night. You can't. It's not just a street; it's a 22-mile street. So you need more.
Right, but streets are long.
Yeah, I know, but they on a very like Peachtree.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I don't know how many. You're
millions
dealing
of miles
with,
long, Peachtree Street.
No, I know it is millions of miles long. What I'm saying is there are probably, I don't know how many different police, not headquarters, but out,
the zones.
As you're going down the road, there's zones. Yeah. You go into different zones, and the same thing would be true
different beats.
through 22 miles. So my idea is you just have 6 cops and you separate them to where if they all go X miles per hour on an e-bike, they kind of stay a moving.
Just a police presence.
That's all it would take. I mean, It's not all it would take. There would still be crime, but you would get rid of a whole lot of it, knowing that, there might be a cop on an e-bike who shows up right here in the next 5 minutes if nothing happens.
Put that joint out, kid. Put that joint out. Not arresting, but put it out. Some people don't want to smell it.
I think that they are going to have to do something like that because the east side
I can't smoke pot on the Beltline?
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
sure can.
I don't think anybody's going to stop you from smoking pot, but I do think
remove them from my cold dead.
Something like your idea, though, Eric,
it
makes a lot of sense, though, because the east side is very populated, has a lot of businesses on it, and it's bustling. Where I am on the west side, it's much more I guess just it's got a lot of like for example, there's some projects that were knocked down. You've had it has a lot.
Riffraff? Are you trying to get around saying riffraff?
Nah,
are you doing the best you
those
can?
projects, Jared.
Well, they just knocked them down. There's nobody living in them anymore. But it's just not as developed on my side of town. So I think that
there's nothing worse than empty buildings. Right?
There's
nothing worse than that.
In trouble.
Yeah, I mean, before Giuliani lost his mind. He was a very good mayor of New York City, and he had this thing. It was called the Broken Window Brigade or something. And the idea was, if when a window gets broken in a bad neighborhood, if it's immediately repaired, you stay kind of even. But if you let windows get broken and they stay, and for years there's a building with broken windows, it's just, there's no real science to this. It's just common sense that if you repair these things, and I think it was called like the Broken Window Brigade or something like that, but it was based on, this kind of thing, which is just keep everything up. And by the way, if one side already has the businesses, the other side ain't going to get the businesses if it's crime-ridden. So it's going to be very important to make sure that the whole thing has the same crime rate.
Yeah,
all 22 miles.
Well, I think now that it'll be when the connection is complete, starting on Friday next week, I think we're going to start to see a lot of businesses take chances and come over to the west side. It's not that there's a lot of crime right now. Like I feel safe when I'm on the Beltline on my side of town. It's just it's more residential, and it you can tell that it's close to being developed.
Yeah,
But the east side's ahead. The east side's just ahead right now. It's a couple years ahead.
The west side hasn't been a place to build anything. It was a place where it wasn't like there was nothing to do there except people were they had their little craftsman town like little houses, and that were they would sell them for like $2,000, and then someone would come and flip them. But then it was a dangerous neighborhood until they started developing it.
No, I just went no because people kept saying West Side.
I'm excited, Eric, for you to be. You know what? I'm going to start riding my bike to work. So
and you're going to stink up the whole studio with your sweat.
It's going to stink because I have to go the super long way because the shortcut is still not done yet on the Beltline.
Okay, hold on. We got a break, but here's a rule that you may not know that I've had in radio since the 80s. No one's allowed to stink in the studio. So didn't you say there's a shower in the building?
There is upstairs, yes.
You need a daily shower if you're going to be biking to work. Speaking of police, there's police activity on 75 in northwest Atlanta, says Alex Williams.
Yeah, I see this in two right lanes. Pretty heavy police fire department activity here, Eric. 75 north before Moores Mill, exit 254. And that is stacked up the ride on 75 south out of Midtown, and not helping 85 south either out of northeast Atlanta. Go ahead and use Northside Drive, Howell Mill Road as some alternates there. Looks like some trouble west side, I-20 westbound, just past 285, exit number 51 there in West Atlanta. Slowing you before Holmes Drive, and travel advisory still active up in Buford through Buford, 985 northbound. Jackknife tractor trailer crash cleanup leaves only the right lane or right shoulder open at Friendship Road, exit 8. Use Highway 13 as your alternate. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save at Whole Foods Market. Get 30% off select snacks with Prime through June 9th. Shop favorites from Annie's, Cascadian Farms, Epic, and Larabar while supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
A massive disruption to your travel plans picks back up this weekend.
A rebuilding project begins on both sides of I-285.
285 construction continues.
A major traffic headache for you.
And we've got the headache covered.
Crews are expected to shut down the west side parade.
How will it impact you? What are your alternate routes?
Detours are 5 miles apart.
Tune in often throughout the day to the traffic reporters you trust. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
When you run a business, no day is ever the same. One moment you're working on improving your employees' experience, the next you're putting out an unexpected fire.
Can I get the report?
With all the hustle and bustle, it's easy for energy management to fall to the bottom of the list. With Georgia Power's Commercial Energy Efficiency Program, you can get rebates on high-efficiency equipment upgrades, helping you save energy today and money for whatever tomorrow brings. That's one of the ways we're here for Georgia businesses.
Scott Slade here with the president of Loud Security Systems, John Loud. John, when it comes to protecting your business and employees, compromise isn't an option.
Exactly, Scott. At Loud Security, we provide extensive commercial security systems so you can be sure your assets, employees, and property are under constant vigilant protection.
And you cover it all. 24/7 intrusion detection, live video monitoring with virtual guard response, even smart access control.
Plus, fully managed life safety systems, fire alarm, and fire suppression systems, including fire extinguishers and sprinkler inspections.
With customizable solutions, real-time alerts, and your team blending today's technology with old-fashioned service, business owners can stay focused on what they do best.
That's the Loud Security Systems promise. Business security monitoring you can trust.
So trust the local experts at Loud Security. Call today, mention me, Scott, and get 3 months free monitoring when you get Loud.
Loud Security Systems. Call 678. Get Loud.
Friday, June 12th, Red Clay in Duluth will step back in time with the Chi-Town Transit Authority, a tribute to the music of Chicago. Chi-Town features a tight horn section along with the dynamic vocal harmonies that Chicago is famous for. Experience Chi-Town Transit Authority, a tribute to the music of Chicago at Red Clay in Duluth on Friday, June 12th at 8 p.m. Tickets on sale now and going fast at ChiTownBand.com. That's ChiTownBand.com.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. I'm here with Kelly, a satisfied customer. How was your experience, Kelly, with RJ's Auto Body Plus?
My experience was great. I had an accident back in October, and the insurance company approved an aftermarket bumper. And honestly, it just didn't look right. It was wrong color, didn't match, stuck out just a little bit. I went back to RJ's, and I really appreciated them. They went and they fought the insurance company for me. They went back and forth with the insurance company and got them to approve a factory OEM bumper, meaning that it actually goes with my car.
That's a real live customer experience with RJ's Auto Body Plus. Go there now, ladies and gentlemen. Call 770-955-5020 or search RJ's Auto Body Plus. That's RJ's Auto Body Plus, 770-955-5020, or simply search RJ's Auto Body Plus.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Well, my youngest son just inadvertently revealed to me that he doesn't always listen to his father on the radio. His dryer isn't working in his new home, and so he came over here, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were on the air." Well, we drove from. Okay, it's all right. All that money I spent on.
And he's listening to podcasts. I heard he was listening to Giant Brian.
Yeah, he's a lot like Jared.
Does he have a time machine?
Yeah. Jared was never into the regular guys. He chose our competitor.
You guys have never let me down for that.
What were you at, like 8th grade or 9th grade or something like that?
I believe it was early high school, because I remember I had like a 6-minute drive from my house to the high school.
So
and
he had heard Eric Von Hessler before. He was like, oh no, this Giant Brian, he's a lot better than that. I'm gonna listen to that.
Rock 100.5 didn't play Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, well, there's that, which is what he wanted to hear,
Yeah.
obviously. But I will say I met Giant Brian once, and he was a very, 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 very nice person. So I have nothing against him. It's just I have something against Jared for choosing him over me.
I was a Bob and Tom gal for a minute.
I remember, because I knew all of this. She said, it's better that you're not there.
Yeah.
I love the replacement show much better than the one that I used to work on with you. So Jared is going. He's going on some sort of European vacation.
Extravaganza.
Adventure.
We're going. That's right, Mr. President. It is an excursion. We're going on a cruise. We're going to spend a couple
Through the
days.
Strait of Hormuz.
Yes, through the Strait of Hormuz.
Nothing to lose.
Strait of
Hey, that
Hormuz.
all rhymes. Going on a cruise through the Strait of Hormuz. Got nothing to lose.
It gives me the blues.
Yes.
I'm going to drink some booze. All right.
Don't
Well,
take
you'll
a
be on a
sneeze.
cruise. That way, when you're on a cruise, which I've never done before, and I know you're probably like this, Jared. Like, do you go, like, every time they stop, do you go, like, into town?
the port.
And check it out and,
100%. I mean, we're doing our cruise.
I'd stay on the boat.
No, our
You
cruise
never
is
know.
going.
A revolution could break out anywhere at any
Somebody
time.
might die. Our cruise.
Someone thinks I murdered them.
I've never been to Belgium or Germany or Denmark, and it's going to all these places. So we gotta get a day in each of these places, courtesy of the cruise. So I'm really
Wow.
pumped to check them out.
I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. Actually, neither of those are true. Enjoy yourself. Safe travels.
All right,
For you and Mrs. Yamamoto.
Appreciate that. I'll miss you guys. I'll send pictures. I think Greg and I are going to meet up in London on Saturday.
All right. Well, let's make
Fun.
sure we don't
All
get
right.
too wild. Hey, Greg, you going to get wild with Jared?
Oh, yeah, we're going to, go somewhere.
All right. That music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up. Get the hell out. You know us. We're good people. We do what we're told. I've seen pictures that would suggest that Shelley Winter is well rested and ready to do a great radio show for you as usual. Coming up next, we'll be back. Sans Jared Yamamoto tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't